Got an impromptu stream with my buddy Richard Embree.
Yo, yo.
How is it going? It's been a while. We were just talking about how we haven't directly engaged in a minute.
Yeah, we should do our Gyra's woke anniversary.
Oh,
Monthly
yeah.
anniversary or monthly anniversary.
That
or
is
whatever.
good. I like that. That's
Yeah.
funny. Let me see. I'll have to dig through my maybe I can find Rippa goalpost faster than through my Twitter.
Just check and see who probably blocked you.
No, he hasn't blocked me. I've seen him recently. Like he's back. It's like, oh man, goalpost is back. He's been quiet.
Dang. Well, yeah, man.
But yeah, don't
He
forget
doesn't
to
want to have to answer for a Gyra winner being like the last possible week winner.
Yeah. So don't forget, people, this stream, it's only $1. Become a member. Join at the cow level. Because I'm giving away to members that comment today.
Nice.
Giving away Cyberfrog, Harris Comics, issue 1, first printing. This is the OG EVS. So yeah, be sure to comment in here. Membership. That way I know put you in on a list of drawings, if you will, like Mike Myers' character would say. I can't remember that. Simon. That's his name. But let me scroll up goalposts really quick. Let me do his media and see. Because I remember he's like, oh yeah, look, he's even Angus doesn't agree with this. And it's like, no, you totally read that wrong, bud. It was just the
still
shock.
learning how to read. We're still learning how to read.
It was really the shock of, whoa, you went there. Okay. All right, how old is this post?
New member.
Nope, it's not
the Nerdaway.
Oh, the Nerdway's here?
Yeah.
Hey, what is up, Nerdway? You are in the runnings. Got you down, Nerdway. Yeah, you will have to give me your info. That way I can, mail it to you. But yeah, for $1, what a steal for people to try to get in and get a original first print EVS comic. Yeah.
How much does that go for on like eBay?
It depends. I've seen it range from like $8 to like $20. I don't know about signed,
Yeah,
yeah. But regardless, fucking say 100 people join. It doesn't matter. It's like everyone's getting a chance at a steal for,
Yeah.
I want, the more you super chat, the more you back me, the more chance you have of like, I want to put back into this channel. It's not just, regardless, money's not going in my pocket. It's going into the meth gator coffer at minimum, if not trinkets and whatnot to like throw back at y'all, the subs and the members, or enhancements. But I got 2 lights I got from Ollie's. I got good camera, computer's good thus far. I should probably get
cool
the antivirus again, but yeah, everything's working fine. So it's all just devoted to Meth Gator or to treats for you, the audience.
That's what I've been doing, man. I don't have my camera set up because I've been doing like little side camera gigs, whether it be photography or videography.
Well, dude, you should just do like Sturgis. Just do Sturgis style videos.
I don't know. I feel when I have Force Pub, right? If people come to it, I want it to be about comics creators because that's what I want. Force Publishing. When you think of Force Publishing, that's what I want you to think. And I think if I have too much storage or stir. Man, I can't even
Sturgis.
Right.
No, I was just saying to put your camera at the like Sturgis.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
yeah, just like a webcam that's like on the edge of a desk. Yeah, but yeah, all that money, like you were saying with Meth Gator, man, all that money I'm making on the side, I'm basically just that's what's funding issue 2. So. Got half of
so are you like
money.
a programmer or something on the side? Like what? If you don't mind, I'm not trying to get talk shift, but
no, I do video editing. I do video shooting, photography. I have a Blackmagic 6K, so like I'm not even down to do indie. I've been on Did a couple indie, like indie little films. Like short films. Local stuff.
Huh.
Where you shoot it over the weekend. So I've been doing that, but when I can. But then a couple of gigs, I get paid gigs. I did a couple music videos and stuff. So it's all like local talent, you know. But
Nice.
hey, it's a couple hundred here, a couple hundred here, adds up, goes right to the comic.
Yeah, no, I get that. I just got like my bills are expensive with. Yeah, I got my car.
Yeah.
Bad credit score,
Ooh.
and on top of it, the Asiatic infection limited the production of chips, thus inflating the price of used cars. So I got like a double whammy when I got actually triple whammy because I blew the transmission in my Jeep at the time. I had $3,000 left to pay on it.
Hey.
Blew the transmission, and it's like with my credit, I didn't have credit to get a loan to repair it. So I was stuck having to like rush to get another car. That's what they got me. And so I'm like, fuck, it's not a bad car, but
Yeah, it's
yeah, I
tough.
just like got, on top of its value, got loaded with the $3,000 from the Jeep and bad interest rate. Now I did improve my credit enough to like refinance, chopped off about 10%, but yeah.
Yeah, it's be tough, man. Cars are tough.
Yeah, so that's been the uphill battle. Just life stuff getting in the way of becoming a fully funding meth gator. Because I want to get about $5,000 to throw at an artist. I'm around $2,000 right now, but
Yeah.
I want to I don't want to do page to page and then have to worry about them taking off, them like breaking out, them getting a new deal and screw Angus. Like I want to be able to like kind of secure them for like 20 pages at least, if not more, while getting the rest. So that's
what are you gonna do for I would say this, if you're open for suggestion, 5 pages at a time.
Mhm.
And then
oh no, I'm not gonna do like Critias
bonus.
and just give them all the money.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I want to deal with them and be like, hey, look, here's cash that I'll like put on my card to like PayPal you, but like I have it. But yeah, five page at a time. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. No, I'm not gonna Critias myself and throw them like 10 or 20 grand and then
Who else
look,
did that?
gone.
They did that with the Sasquatch. What is it?
Shinobi Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Oh man, those idiots. Yeah,
That was a
Rob,
wreck.
amazing art, but like fuck yeah, that's another guy. Like for this is for me personally. Don't let this reflect on Richard, but like I have my peculiar stances. I'm a big Fountainhead fan, and that book really influenced like my view of integrity. Being in the military, they tell you integrity. It's really whatever your NCO wants it to be. Because integrity could be like, hey, don't screw over your company or your squad, get them in trouble by telling the truth or something. Depending, So it's very nebulous, but Fountainhead really informed me about integrity to self, and so and ideals and whatnot. So your boy Zach never getting $1 from me, and Rob Willis, amazing art. But no, like what he did with Shinobi Sasquatch, it's still not complete as far as I know. I think I'm still a backer on that.
I thought it already I thought it finished and came out.
Really?
Was like
I never
finally.
heard anything about it. So
You really don't though. Like man, so I don't wanna,
because it looks amazing. What a crazy idea, what a great artist, but yeah, just how he went about all that.
The writer going like, "Hey, stop giving him gigs for covers, like so he can finish." And he's like, "This is all your fault." And people are like, "No, it's your fault."
Let me look at the updates really quick. That's funny. This came up.
I mean, I learned that. I've worked with artists where.
All right, so last update was 3 months ago in November. It's the first page by Chris featuring Shinobi Sasquatch. Is from later in the book, but without words. There are no spoilers. We'll share the color version when it's finished. Have a Merry Christmas. So.
Oh, they're still working on it.
Yeah, as far as I know. So when he says Chris, I don't know if this is like a supplemental story or if he hired a different artist.
Wow.
To finish it.
Yeah. I would say this when this is what I learned. It's payment upon approval of artwork. Because I've had guys, they just give the money or like, here, man, turn it in. Okay. and they'll deliver like 5 pages. Because I'm these one. I'm pretty. When it comes to money, I like to take care of people, man. I want to here's the money's good. Here's the money up front. Turn it in. I work on like an honor system, but then what has happened with other artists in the past, like, even on books I haven't even released, I get the art, they deliver the pages, but there was, hey man, I need these corrections, and the corrections never get done because the money's already there, or they're like, oh yeah, yeah, and then it's just the yeah game. So I've learned, yeah, man, I got the money, like I need this, and then I'll release funds, until I get a certain relationship with the person, and then it's, yeah, we can have that trust and working relationship, because not everyone works on the honor system, and there's
Yeah.
no way to credit check too much. It's a small community, so if you're an artist, or even if you're a writer being a fucking asshole, they're gonna find out. People talk, you know, they talk a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's funny. Unfortunately, because like I don't know if you've seen what I've said like on Katie's stream and then my own about like the Vic King thing. It's like I had no idea. I'm not going to like investigate artists. It's fucking weird.
Yeah,
This is not a. This is like a like sure. This is like you pay people, but this is like a hobby profession to get into. It's like
I need your
fun.
life scan.
Yeah, I'm not
People don't
going
even
to
want to
just.
get doxxed. You're like, I
Yeah,
need your social, bro.
it's
Like,
not happening. I'm not putting that effort in for a guy to draw stuff. Like it's silly.
mm,
Um, So yeah, like I had one dealing with the guy, and he also gave me like a head sketch. So
yeah,
I know I've shared it somewhere before. Like there's like that kind of straight perspective head sketch. It's like in the style of Ghost Rider '90s with the flames behind him.
hmm,
And he did like the CG Mart purple poster. Um, it's like that's the extent of it. I had a bad dealing with him, and I don't know if he wants to disclose, but I'm going to disclose it for him anyway. He hired him to do like thumbnail art or something. He just never fucking did. He didn't even give him the money back. Ricky was so fed up with it, he didn't even pursue it.
hmm.
So I just had bad dealings with him with like, hey, I paid you. You've showed me you finished it. Why aren't you fucking sending and
It's the
scanning it?
scanner thing. That's
Yeah,
what the rumor was. It was always the scanner thing.
yeah, and so that
Yeah,
was my problem. So that's why I never pursued him to be the meth gator artist. And like it kind of I guess worked out. There's been so
yeah.
many things of backing comics in CG or extensive like people on the periphery where it's just like, yeah, I'm too broke at the time to like back this. And then it's like something like Carlo Row, where it's like, well, that took like 3 years to fucking fulfill. So like, who
Yeah.
cares anymore? It's different when it's EVS, where it's like, all right, yeah, sure, EVS is late drastically,
But
but
I
he's
think that,
entertaining in between it, and we get
yeah, I was about to
updates, we
say
see
that.
what he's doing.
Yeah, you're getting the show, and then you're getting updates, and you're still part of like the community. It's just the product and the comic hasn't yet showed up on the doorstep. Some people are cool with it, some people aren't, though. It's all on the customer.
Yeah, we can catch up with the chat really quick. We haven't even really got into what the silly shit we're going to talk about.
We're just talking about fucking our bills and shit. Like, what the fuck is this, dude?
Yeah, but again, thank you, Nerdway. If you don't know, if you're new here in the chat today, I showed it. Join the 99 cent tier today. This will count for members if they pop in the chat. But join the 99 cent tier, you'll get a fuck. I should solo this. Get a copy of Cyberfrog 1 Harris Comics first printing edition. I just need your info. I need you to dox yourself to me if you win and contact me so I can mail it to you. But yeah, that's a little treat for you. Thus far, we just have Nerdway and Karen commenting, but I don't know if she's even concerned about comics. So, but hey, she can still win it. So,
Win it,
fine.
sell it, give it to a comic book friend. Everyone has a comic book friend. Everyone.
Yeah. But El Rufian 163 says, better not be popping them cheeks on camera.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious, man. I still puzzles my mind.
What do you mean?
Like the fact that the constant 2008 or 2000 that Eric blah 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 and 2008 what like literally popping his ass cheeks in front of a camera. And then like I was telling Tony I couldn't figure it out. Like it didn't fucking register like in process completely. How could you there's so many ways that could have stopped before it went to the internet. Like first of all, don't pop your ass cheeks. Second of all, don't film it if you did pop your ass cheeks. Third of all, don't upload it. You know what I mean? There's ways that this could have not happened, and I think he wanted to see us, or he wanted people to see it happen.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Also, let me see. Got a channel.
Must be a cultural thing. I don't know.
Cultural. I love when that comes up with Vito or Dick. Stoney McGinnis Douche says, "Give me your biometric data." Also, we got Venna Bond and Echo saying, "When you're on the internet and put up a facade on it, that will eventually backfire. The internet will find out."
Yeah.
I don't know. See, it's weird for me. Like, if this never got disclosed, if I like found out behind the scenes, I'd be like, "Fuck." It depending, I guess, how far invested I'd be with him if it was at that point. It's like, oh, fuck. Well, we're gonna finish this, and then I'm gonna hopefully sweep this under the rug, as far as I'm concerned, and get the fuck away from you, just for the inevitable back blow that will happen at some point if I stick around. Hopefully, you understand that. That'd be my dealing. But like I said with Vic, it's like he was foundational with like design work, sketching up stuff, kind of help formalizing dimensionality, Domesticator's head and stuff. So I'm never gonna like erase him from the history of Domesticator, but oh well, thanks to Vic, it's just reality.
Yeah.
I don't like when corporate, something bad comes to light about someone, they erase them. It's not cool to me. So,
but it's a product, so it's like I got to move on.
Yeah, it's one of those like
that,
if it's a step too far for you that I've ever been associated with the guy, haven't hired him for a poster, then
prior to knowing,
all right, it's one of those like. But at the same time, it's like he's paid his debt to society, whatever it was deemed necessary, and not that it absolves him, I guess, morally for other people, whatever. But it's like it's way different than like Mike Vick with fucking dogs that are bred just to be monsters, But to some extent, I have to be like, all right, well, does this matter for drawing fucking comics? So it's stuck where it's like I can't, if I was interested, or if I, it's like he was, the affordable option at the time. I just can't do it now. And it's unfortunate because it's like, I don't think this should affect his, I have a weird view of like criminal justice in America because so much of it's privatized and thus a money system. And this whole system of being a criminal, it could be like nothing in depth, like with the Vic King thing. There was someone that came to OSU when I went there who talked about her experience with the criminal system. And she's like, yeah, so like I went to, I think she was down like Athens at OU and went to like party something, got fucked up. And then she got in a car, took off, and then people were like chasing her. She's like, fuck off, whatever. Well, it was like she like hit someone. She didn't like kill him, but she definitely like fucked him up for a while, put him in the hospital for a bit. And cops treated her like shit. And she didn't get it, but it's like, oh yeah, like if she found out after the fact, like, yeah, you're drunk and your body language seems like you don't care, but it's like you just didn't know while you're getting arrested in the first place. And then it's like all the steps she had to go through after the fact. Like, I'm trying to go to school and be a good member of society on top of like whatever I gotta pay to the world. And I have to like, I can't do these extracurricular stuff if my probation officer doesn't like check off on it. Otherwise, I can get arrested for evading the state. All these factors, And so it's like the way they the way they tag stuff to your life forever, where it's like how are you supposed to ever rehabilitate and be productive to make up for your sins if you got all these like middlemen that get a piece of the pie? That is forced by the state,
man. Because say she hit this dude can't walk no more, and it's like, oh yeah, I hope her probation signs off so she can go on that trip to Italy. I'll just wheel around right here, and the job I used to have at a warehouse.
It could just be like an internship,
You know what I mean? So it's it's weird because it has to like the whole legal system's weird, man, because it has to provide some kind of satisfaction and justice for society, protect, I want to say protect or have some consequences that value and validate victims that have suffered from crimes and stuff. But at the same time, it's like, people allow people to make mistakes, pay their debt to society, and get back. So. But the thing that concerns me with the Vic thing is like the turnaround rate of reoffending and with psychologists and stuff, it's very high, you know. So I think that's where it's like, dang, this is crazy because, like, I was thinking about it and I was like, man, I wouldn't mind paying extra taxes, so convicted, uh, uh, sex offenders would have a probation officer for the rest of their life. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind. Just keep tabs on this person, man. So I get it. But
Well, I think they really need to reform. Like, I think John Grisham, if I'm not mistaken, he is. I'm not like a well scholared person, but the law really interests me. It's I'm way behind the curve to like try to go to school. I got an uphill battle just to build stuff before I could ever seek going back to school because I kind of
got to
pissed
get
away
the
my
car to get there.
pissed away my GI Bill being dumb. When I was younger.
Yeah.
But so here's the thing. I got three like kind of collegiate interests. Psychology, love psychology.
Yeah.
In various factors. Psychology is like a cool catch-all philosophical science. That's why I'm interested. Law and sports with football. Problem is, never got to play football because of wacko mom. So I'd have to go the collegiate route to like get validated through the ranks, and that means going through the school system, either high school or collegiate. Either way, it's super woke, and I don't want to have to like bend the knee. Not that I'm even like a radical like right person or anything, but I don't have to like watch every step I do and shit and expect to get canceled for like 10-year-old tweets or something. And in psychology,
I just would love to see the committee. Were you or were you not part of war campaign?
Yeah, I admit I was fucking. Oh, dude, I don't know if you're in the Katie chat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw fucking like I have my Anna video. It's like, oh look, 4 years later, I'm trying to resell my meth carrier posters to try to boost toward the funding of my comic. Here's fucking Anna, that Stars girl, 4 years after the fact, still trying to harangue me for a skewed telling of events.
Wow.
All right. And then this bitch, she even mentioned like, oh, he like did this and then blocked me like a pussy. And it's like, all right, you know what? I've held back all these years from stating what happened and the whole sequence and why I looked like a bitch on that stream. That derailed my growth as a channel and made me essentially blacklisting the Fandom Menace. Let me just tell all. And then I unblocked him after 4 years and tagged her. I'm like, well, it'd be a real bitch if I talked about you blocking you. And so I tagged her, waved at her, and then she blocked me. This bitch wants to cry about getting blocked.
She
4 years later.
I didn't even really say anything bad.
And then she goes and blocks me. Like, what? Okay, fucking hypocrite. But all this is really tied to war campaign because with the sequence of events, there was, of course, that stream. Her sister passed away, unfortunately. And a lot of war campaigners, funded the GoFundMe for her funeral. And like I didn't, but I did my video kind of as a catch-all for her parents, sentiment wise, and for creators in the Phantom Menace that were scared of getting canceled if they made videos that day of like the blackout, the big channels, and just being a human where it's like, I don't like this bitch, but this is an awful thing, and she's a big member of the community. So like, talk about it, not disingenuously. And also I cried in the video, so I was afraid to get Matt Jarboed, by enemies.
I remember I wasn't around too much for the lore. I think that was prior to me getting but I remember seeing a video of Ro just like, hey, no, like we kind of basically apologizing, like, hey, we took it too far or something. I don't remember the exact context, but it just seemed like Ro was in this video that I saw, and it could have been out of context or he said something later. I don't know, But he seemed just like a real person, man. He was just like, hey, this is. I'm sorry?
Who is that? You're talking
Ro.
yeah, no, Ro. Ro's fun. I loved
Yeah,
watching the
and
streams and stuff. He's seemed pretty fun. They helped
yeah.
me also. We did like a little charity thing. Is
See, I
kind
didn't
of
know about the
coordinated.
charity thing.
Is
Like
coordinated by
that's
Ro. All right, this isn't
yeah.
Anna. So if you remember, there was the Spider-Man kid who died. He loved Spider-Man. He had some weird, I think, blood disease. It's like
Hmm.
leukodystrophy. So yeah, he had leukodystrophy. I can't remember what the ailment is exactly, but it's a weird thing where his dad and mom both carried this trait, and so like I think two of the kids had it, and so Ollie died, and he was denied a Spider-Man gravestone because all the cemeteries are like public land, and so they didn't
Oh,
want to have a like IP issue
lawsuit.
or some shit,
Yeah.
and so they wouldn't allow it unless they got Disney to sign off, and they wouldn't, which is crazy because like right after this, when they denied the use of Spider-Man for a gravestone for a little kid, which would have been a huge PR win against like, anti-woke channels, they come out with a new Marvel Zombies because like they said, we don't want Disney associated with death. And then it's like a month later, Marvel Zombies. It's like, what the
That's
fuck? So it looks
horrible.
shitty. And so Ro hooked me up with Paul Shears, who did this cool piece of Stan Lee, Ollie, and Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, and they had
Wow.
him in like all these. It was Ollie's head, but he's in the spider suit, you know. And so it was a piece we sent to him, and I got like a war campaign video on my channel about this, kind of like a summary. But yeah, we had him on stream a couple times, raised a couple $100 for leukodystrophy research through super chats. So yeah, and it's funny because someone in the chat when Ann had pulled that shit, when I super chat EVS to show my campaign, someone like mentioned it, and it's like I forgot about doing that because it's like I don't like tout my own horn about I did
Yeah,
charity.
you
So
do it and you forget about it.
yeah,
You
so that's
know.
something War Campaign did. Ro being a chief representative of War Campaign, it's something that he helped coordinate.
Yeah.
But the whole thing with Anna shit or ire for me and War Campaign is there's speculation. It's just speculation that like, hey, you have the sister's death, and then they do the GoFundMe for it. She has a funeral. Then her dog dies, and there's a GoFundMe for that. And then she gets this abruptly gets this dynamite
Wait,
deal
you got
for
to
a
go
Vampirella
from me
cover.
because the dog died.
Yeah, she didn't
That's
do it.
fucking
Someone
dumb.
set it up for her, but it's like her dog died, and they did a
Well,
fucking
if someone
GoFundMe
set it
for
up for
that.
her, that I get it. It's like shit, that's out of her control. Like the
Right.
sister thing that's fucking horrendous, man. I couldn't
Yeah.
even imagine. Holy shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'm a human. Like I don't like you,
Yeah.
but there's no reason for me to like, haha, it's nothing like that.
I
It's
don't.
like that
I would say
sucks.
points of view. It's like I don't really know her. Just her points of view and behavior. But
Yeah. Again, it's like
as a
regardless of me not
person, I
liking your
don't. Yeah.
channel or you whatever, it's like I'm not gonna be a
Your
dick or
voice is
something about it. It's like
somewhat like that.
that's horrible. This is a bad ordeal, and you're like a big figure in this community. So
Yeah.
let me try to empathize with the situation. And but yeah, then there's like, the GoFundMe for sister, fine. Someone does one for the dog. And then abruptly, she's like the next person in Consgate to get a dynamite campaign. She does a cover for Vampirella. And it looked like crap because she's supposedly trying to do a Bruce Timm style, but it doesn't really look like that at all. And in the campaign, it says something about like, oh, she's holding a rose because my sister loved roses. So it's like, wow, are you really trying to milk your sister's death for sympathy bucks? Like that is the perception. On top of like, who the fuck are you to hop John Malin and whoever else that's in cahoots?
I think that was a dynamite move, though. I don't think that this is what, like, from that perspective.
Yeah, no,
From my perspective.
She said that dynamite
Yeah.
pursuit, but before
That
we like learned that's the
Yeah.
speculation. So people dig this shit up and be like, oh, you think this? It's like, well, at the time before we got clarification, yeah, it seemed fishy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But it seems like, I can see that because, like she's emotional. Anyone would be emotional,
Oh, yeah,
So,
exactly.
like, Dynamite pursues me. They're going to give me this spotlight. I'm still in my emotions. And I'm just like, man, I'm still grieving. And I would imagine till this day, there's still grief, right? So
Yeah,
she's
it's never
like,
gonna
I
go
have
away.
the
It's
biggest
unfortunate.
spotlight I have. This is a blessing. And I'm gonna dedicate this moment, this successful moment to my sister. I'm gonna dedicate that. So I can see doing that. But from an outside perspective, and maybe you don't agree with everything she does, it can seem a little strange, you know.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It seemed like some sort of nepotism, for lack of a better word. It seemed
Mm.
like, and so yeah, we were unaware of, I guess, Marucci himself pursuing her, given awareness of
She has a
EBS and
huge
company.
channel, a huge
Yeah,
reach,
so it was
you
like a
know.
big like PR win for them to
Uh,
like snag a
c-
big
it
YouTuber to
makes
do
sense though,
art.
because yeah, look at when you go to these comic book conventions, uh, you know, they're setting up and giving free booths to cosplayers. It's like, bro, you have this guys from the 80s that made these characters. You got dudes from the 90s that made these characters. You got dudes that are currently working, and you're gonna, you know, no disrespect to cosplayers, but like it seems to a lot of people that jump the line, you know.
Well, yeah, that's
And
just the benefit of women. Women have an easier route. They're just
but
mid in a
but they
sausage fest of nerddom.
yeah.
They're going to cut in line.
Well, they like, hey, you know, it's like, hey, fuck this sausage party, man. We're gonna invite some chicks in, man. We're gonna have them dress them up like fucking Rogue. It's gonna be great, man. Look at, we're gonna put it on there. Bring your little nerd dick here. We're gonna fucking make it happen, you know. And I get it, you know, I get it. And
Exactly. But yeah, it's just a lot,
I
lot
think
of
Anna fits into that huge YouTuber, you know, huge in the
boobs.
Star Wars community and cosplay. Like, dude, that's like fucking holy grail of symptom. Man, they can get all the symptoms in the world.
Exactly. It makes a lot
So
of
I get
sense.
it.
But at the time, it
It's
just seemed
a
like
smart business
seemed
move,
really
to be honest.
fishy as like a fan that
Yeah.
wants like meritocracy and shit. And it's like, oh look, they just snag a big YouTuber because it's EVS's friend. So this is all the speculation, the conversation going around.
Yeah.
On top of like, all right, GoFundMe, then a dog GoFundMe, and now you're mentioning this to like sell the book cover. It's like just it gave ill misgivings. Unfortunately, um,
Yeah.
and it took a while to ever get clarification,
You have to
and
be
so
really good with words
this
to
narrative is just going to keep
express
going.
that.
And
Yeah.
now the whole reason I mentioned this is like I never dug into this. I just like accepted the fucking chiding and whatnot and the derailing of growth for myself because I had people associated like Rookie and more. Rookie has definitely like grown balls over the years because he just wants to be like the nice guy. But now, like, it's funny. The reason I did my video about this like a month ago, or whatever,
Uh,
because me and Ricky were behind the scenes live streaming. Not we were on a StreamYard behind the scenes watching EVS together, and then I do my super chat, and then she fucking undercuts it, being a mod, saying this shit with her big fucking channel, which is just going to dictate perception. It's like fuck you. And
mm,
Rookie's one that was more mad than me. It's like, dude, you shouldn't fucking do a video about that. That really pisses me off. And if some people come at you, I'll do it. I'll do one too. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? That's not the Rookie of old. All right,
yeah. I can relate, man. Like
It's
when I
it's
first
like
came
fucked
out,
up.
I didn't want no controversy. I'm like, hey, controversy doesn't sell. Because this is my philosophy. I was like, controversy doesn't sell. Comic books are fun, and it's not a necessity. It's a luxury. It's an entertainment. So you want your entertainment to be fun. And you know, for the longest time, I try to avoid BS, and then now just I don't know, man. I think my whole game, not game plan, just it changed from I don't search it, but I respond to it when it benefits me, and
Yeah,
you know, I move accordingly,
you
man. Act
trot
accordingly.
differently.
Try differently, bro. Man. And it's like, man, look at this. I didn't want this. This is the. It chose me, man. It chose
Oh, it's
me,
like
man.
Bay. It's like detract. Oh, it's like I didn't choose detracting. I was
Yeah.
born in it, molded by it.
Oh, yeah, that's when it's like jokes, you know, like, oh, you think humor is your friend?
Yeah.
You know,
No,
I
you're
didn't get a
right.
compliment till I was a man.
Yeah, you're right, Laney. And Rookie seemed to play it cool, more so out of a desire to keep up relations for fan collective, for rather stupid reasons beyond their control, have been undone. So no more Mr. Nice Rook. Yeah. No, it's not me crap. Me and Ricky talk about this all the time. So it's not like I'm like, oh, Ricky's back, or Ricky wouldn't like this or something. No, Ricky's cool.
And yeah, 15
his
minutes
perception
later,
of how to
Rick is
trot.
gonna have a video about it. Like everyone's fighting.
That would be crazy. Me and Rookie, fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
he's like, you frapped this. He said I was cool, but did he ask me?
Well, that's the thing. Me and Rookie would just fucking utilize it for
Yeah,
each other. Like we would do like what Dick and Vito and Eric should have done back and forth, where it's mutually beneficial to like even if you actually hate each other, it's beneficial if Eric would just lean into it and it'd be more fun for his fans instead of being
yeah.
defensive and whiny. But yeah, the whole reason I'm telling is because you mentioned War Campaign. It's like it's fucked up because like I saw Paul Shears, who's that artist who did that Spider-Man piece. Let me find it.
You know, I was
Quick.
thinking if Eric July just would have went like full Floyd Mayweather and just had stacks of money on the table and be like, listen, I would hate me too if I had all this money. And just like just the whole Floyd Mayweather, Ric Flair, that whole attitude era thing, you know, like he just, I made 4 million just over the top funny. It'd be hilarious, man. But guys always had to be so serious. It's crazy.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to find because I did a. Let me see. War Campaign. I'm trying to find the video of. Aha. Okay, this is the video. Now I'm trying to find the picture because there's a video that the dad sent me of them opening the package.
Mm.
Okay, so
Oh, this is for the Spider-Man kid you're talking about.
yeah, all right. So yeah, Paul Shears. Let me share this. Now, when you mentioned working, it's fucked up because like I saw Paul Shears post. He's not on Twitter a lot, but I saw posts and he was like pushing a War Campaign book, the Crash the System. And I'm like, and I like clicked on the links, whatever, of the people. It's like Roe and Gat, and then whatever it's Black Dragon Syndicate. I click on that. I'm blocked by them. It's like, why the fuck would It's like I'm not in War Campaign anymore. It just kind of dissipated
That's
after
weird.
the whole Fall of Rome stuff. It's like whatever, but I've never been like a naysayer about War Campaign. Like, yeah, they're good guys, are funny. It's just unfortunate how things dissipated.
I
It's
like
just
I like Ro. I think he's charismatic. I
or
only
their
got in.
fucking their label Twitter for their comics blocked me. And it's
Yeah.
like, why the fuck would they block me? I was always a supporter. I'm not the biggest supporter, not the biggest super chatter, but always
I was always like
like they're part of why on my main account, because it's starting like 2018 or earlier. That's why I got so many like CG people that have me blocked because I was War Campaign
yeah.
and I like stuck to it and was loyal. When it would have been smart to be like, oh man, we crossed this line. Hates us, like I'm out. That would have been like the smart move for like money or growth on the channel, whatever, to like distance or disavow. And I wouldn't play that politics bullshit. It would have been better, honestly, for me to have done so. But again, integrity. And then these people they haven't blocked me on their main accounts, but they fucking blocked me with their comic account. Like, what the fuck? Like, fuck
What they
y'all.
I don't know, man. What they did, like I always kind of try to stay neutral, because that's like that's their shit, not my shit, And I was like, too, it's like they were in CG before me, so who am I to say pick a side? There's probably history there, and they might make
Oh,
up. And
they promoted so many campaigners
yeah.
back
But I think,
collectively as like the not just the channel guys, but like
yeah,
the brotherhood or whatever you can call it, the memer and stuff. So much
that's
comic
where
backing.
that's where I think they messed up, though. They I feel, this is I say, and it could be a lot of other stuff that perception is key, but it's like, man, like they started attacking the fans. If they were just like, you know what, Ethan's like that, but that's on him. We still love CG and his fans. But they were always taking shots at CG, and I think maybe that was a bad. As for sales, as for marketing.
Well, at the time when this all fell apart, it was when EVS still with Dynamite, and then Dynamite was promoting
Yeah,
BLM bailouts with Black creative bundles
yeah.
and
And
shit.
that
And it's
was
like
a surprise too.
it's like this is who so it's like it felt like it told Patrell what CG was about, kind
Yeah,
of cozy up with mainstream. Long term, it makes sense to try to like get your foot in, even with like because look now Dynamite's doing Disney properties, so like they got a real foot in the door for some reason with doing these Disney villain stuff. They got
But
Thundercats.
you could still have the same message, but not attack the fan base. We're like, hey, that's what EVS is doing. I don't think Comicsgate is that. What we're doing is we love the fans of Comicsgate, and this is what we're doing over here. So it's
No,
like,
I would say War Campaign was like the bad boys, they're like NWA kind of attitude, and not above friendly fire for like, oh, just because you're in the group doesn't mean like you can't get made fun of. And if you cry about memes, we're going to meme you more. Like, it was just like a cool bad boys club. It was fun. It was all about like holding everyone to the same standard. That's why I loved it. Because I'm someone, I fall for,
I get it. It's like
causes
it's
and
honest.
integrity. And so that's, that's why it's like such a shock. Like, what the fuck? They blocked me. Like, when, I'm getting embarrassed.
Yeah.
On the stream with Dana defending War Campaign and not backing down, staying true to it. That's why I'm like, what the fuck? But this is, to be, I always try to be fair with what I know and stuff. And this is, Thoreau. He helped coordinate with Paul Shears. So I'll show you this. This is the opening of the surprise art we collectively got. I can't remember his name, but Ollie's dad.
Dark in here, isn't it? So I'm going to do a little video for Angus, my friend from America, you too. He sent me a picture.
America?
From America, yeah. From miles away. Wave to the camera. Wave, no, I'm here. Say hello.
Hello.
It's a bit dark in here, Angus, because the bulb's gone. It's very Christmassy, as you can see. Right, hold that a minute, babe. Hope everyone in America has a nice Christmas, by the way.
People are gonna think it's Yarrow Winter right here in this video.
Yeah, from England to America. Ow. Well, how the hell do I get in here?
Oh! Turn it round. Turn it round.
You see it?
Shippy must have been crazy
wow.
over there.
Oh, that's just sent shivers down my spine.
Where?
Oh my god. Oh my god. That is.
Oh my god.
Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Look what it is. Oh my god.
That's
That
beautiful.
is amazing.
Beautiful, ain't it? Spider-Man.
That's Stanley. You might close, made me cry, mate. Been having a bad day today, anyway. Mate, honestly, I can't stop crying, mate. I didn't think it was going to have so much of an impact on me, mate. But honestly, that is the fucking nicest present I've ever got in my life, mate. Honestly, I love it. My birds, we're just standing in the kitchen staring. I can't believe it, mate. Honestly, I just did not. I knew it was going to be saying like that. That's fucking amazing, mate. All right. Yeah, thank you so much, dude.
Damn,
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, it's all my idea. And then Rose like, oh, you should hit Paul Shears. And I hit up Paul Shears like, oh, I'll do it for free. I'm like, fuck.
There's
So
heroes in the community, man.
yeah, so it's like, whatever Miss Games War Campaign, you don't like their style, like they're cool. That's why I'm just like, what the fuck? What the fuck, man? Why are you blocking me? But yeah. What's up, Skullface? Thanks for joining. It says hell the chat, of course. Anyway, I think it's about time.
Let me ask you this: who's a better writer, Gat or Eric July?
I didn't like Vestige. It wasn't like a bad book, but it's just like, I mean, they got cool ideas. It's just not my style. Did you ever read Vestige?
No, honestly, I haven't. So that's what I was like. I wonder if it is good.
Got,
I've heard a lot of
1800s.
Like I hate steampunk. I hate that kind of era. So it didn't really. I don't really dig Jack the Ripper kind of thing. Magical things. It's not that it's those ideas. I mean, not ideas, but that kind of theme. It just there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not my style. Nothing wrong with it, but.
Yeah,
but from what I heard, it's like, and this is why I asked you because I haven't read it. Like Gat style is more of a real try hard. Like he's trying.
I don't know. I wouldn't.
It's just blank. So I mean, A for effort. I would say Gat.
I wouldn't say it's try hard. Just like he has like a vision that he was going for. It's just not my style, but. It was fine for what it was. It's just hard for. It's like Yeah, I'm sure you've seen Vito go back and forth with Lunga a lot. Yeah, so it's like, hey man, I missed because I interact with Lunga before being like Mad Max follower and stuff. And the Grey Council as like a kind of alternative to Phantom Menace interests me with stuff, and Lunga was involved with them, so it's like cool, you know. And I never got a chance to back his Isadora, so I'm like, hey, like, it's where I can like get that from you, you know, PayPal or whatever. And so he has like a 2-issue bundle set, and I got it. It's just like I messaged him like, hey, like, I'm not a Lovecraft guy, so it's definitely not. I'm not like the target audience to like give like full value commentary, but I think you got a lot here, but it's just too much for how short these issues are. You're going for like a standard comic issue size, probably.
So it's like pacing. It's like everything's good. It's just pacing is a little fast.
Well, it's like there's the Isadora character. It's like the title character, and she goes back to like Rome or something. She was like a slave. She gets this power, and then I guess she has like this lineage back to Africa. These like kind of like, for lack of a better term, like a Dora Milaje from Black Panther, like some sort of like Dora Milaje, some sort of like Dora Milaje for this like god or goddess, whatever, in Africa.
I'm just being funny though. I don't know.
But then it's unclear if it's, because I'm trying to recollect, it's unclear if Isadora is tied to them or if this cop that's following her is tied to the lineage of this Dora Milaje god keepers or whatever. And it just felt like a little unfocused, but he's got like some Silver Surfer elements there. It's definitely Lovecraftian, and I don't give a fuck about diving into Lovecraft. It's 100 years old. It's beyond me. It's something I'm not. So it's just like John Carter. I'm not interested in diving into that world. I don't care. You know, I would say Lovecraft over that, but I don't care about Lovecraft. Cthulhu is a cool like image, you know, but I understand Rick and Morty's pulls a lot from like existential cosmic horror or whatever, but it's just, I'll watch Rick and Morty and appreciate it, but I'm not ever going to dive into like where they got it from. So it's just like, again, I'm not the target audience, but I was interested, and it's just like, regardless of my interest or like takeaway from it, I think he's got a lot here. If he was be able to put more money into making a bigger, you know, I think he would benefit from an Eric July size comic.
I got what you're saying.
Yeah, I think if he did like
it's hard though,
90-page issue, I think he's
when you want to tell a story and your budget is only for like 30, maybe 40, but you need and you don't want to leave like half the story. You don't want to go like in a 3 section story. You don't want to like drop it off in the middle and not have no payoff. It's just, you know, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I think me being like an honest critic, it's like you know, give you this kind of
was that
preface.
The same thing with Vestige? It was doing too much with it needed more pages to
no, I think Vestige is fine. I'm not like the audience for like that style of book.
Oh yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I think it was fine for what it is. It's just like I don't have the like fervor. Like my fervor was like
cool,
I like
the art looked
I like
cool.
war campaign, so I'm backing a war campaign book. But
like the art looked cool, the book looked fucking beautiful, you know. And they were doing the whole getting it made in before the campaign, you know, that whole model, which is cool, you know. My hats off to them, and they delivered, you know, which is amazing, you know. I just, I don't know. I wasn't. The story didn't hook me. Nothing against them. It's just I don't like that genre, you know.
Yeah.
Per se.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize I didn't share this. Here we go. Here is Eric reacting to Critical Drinkers trailer. Have you seen this?
Yeah, I saw the trailer. I was like looking at it. I was like, because I'm looking at different scenes. I'm like, how? Because I don't have the most experience in filming movies, but I've been on a couple sets and I know people in the business, you know, and ask a lot of questions to them. So I'm like, okay, like I'm trying to figure out the budget. It looked pretty because I'm looking at it like, okay, with the budget they had, Looked all right, man. Looked all right. You could tell he's like he loves Lutz. Like, is he directing it or did he?
I think he's just the writer,
The
producer.
writer.
I don't know. I don't follow Drinker. To be fair, I've seen a few videos that like Ricky was sharing. I'm like, all right, that's good points, but like, I just hate his fucking voice. Seen part of that Benny Johnson video. Tweeting, I'm like, these fucking assholes. Like, they go to a bar with Gary, who's like 10 years sober, and then they're like, huh, cheers, right in front of his face, which is like, yeah, sure, they're friends. They probably know his level of willpower, that he's not going to like relapse, whatever. But it's just like,
designated driver.
Don't fuck. It's just, it seems like cruel to me to like, if I know you're a recovering addict and you're working to be sober, I would not ever bring you to a bar, or even to like a hookah lounge. Like that's just my concern. It's like when I was in the Army, my best friend was married, which is like, they kind of try to like steer the culture where it's like single guys hang out with single guys of the relatively same rank, etc. Married people hang out with married people and or by their rank. So it has like this culture of segregation by class and marriage status, which is fine, but for a reason, I just like really bonded with this guy. So I'd hang out with him all the time instead of like chasing tail with single guys. And because I'm like a homebody, I want stability and whatnot. So that's just how the cards laid out. And his wife would like, play whatever. And I'd like have time to like, hey man, like I just feel weird. Or it's like, I'm not trying to do anything. You don't got to worry about me even trying anything with your wife, but it just feels strange. It feels like she's crossing some sort of line that like, I don't want to even give you the reason to be suspicious, It's like, that's just my integrity kind of thing where it's like, whoa, I don't ever want you to feel like jealous or, like I'm sniffing up the wrong tree.
I don't want to get my tires slashed. And
so that's just like a window into like my mindset where it's like, no, I try to be very forthright and straight with people. So, same idea with this Drinker thing in front of Neurotic, which is like, fine, they probably know the person at the bar and they let them film it, whatever. It's just, it feels skeevy to me. And it feels like,
I think
it's fucked up.
So
again, the ice on the Rippatards, Sheep City said something about like, he's talking about Galvin from Alfcore being Nerdrotic, that this is Braxwell grabbing Nerdrotic for like a drug bust or something. And I'm like, this dude went to prison for meth and he's a recovering, sober guy. And this is the jokes y'all have, which is like, I don't care if it's from streams and everyone's like, on camera, cool and ha ha ha, making jokes at your own expense. I was like, it just seems beneath. If you're friends with someone, it seems beneath you to like rip on a guy for being a former druggie,
Well, then you hated my tweet when I called him a method actor.
It's like, that's a funny joke, but I'm like, Pat, yeah, I wouldn't do that. Like,
no, I said because he said, and I only criticize when they criticize. They say Gary was saying the arts are easy. I was like, yeah, just like you've been acting like Isom is good. You must be a method actor. There's a little zing to it.
That's a good layered joke, but it's like, that's a joke.
Would I take him to a bar? Absolutely not, man. Like, even when he posts about his sobriety, fucking, my hat's off to him, man. That shit's hard to do, man. So, God bless him, man. Stay sober, man.
Yeah, it's like, like, again, I try having Taylor. It's like, hey, I think Nerdrotic is one of the only channels in the FNT group that has real value. Given I disagree with a lot of stuff.
EVS is right. He's around a lot of zeros, bro.
Yeah, no, Nerdrotic has real value. Like, regardless of what, if you like, say, Rings of Power, his just off the cuff commentary might be, you totally hate, disagree with, whatever. He's got an angle to pander to his audience. Sure, it's all valid to bring forth, but he does the research. He lays it all out there in his concise essay videos as to why, to win you over to his perspective of why this is going to be bad, why things are tanking. Whatever. So I give him that credit, even though I'm not a follower, So I try to be objective. I think Geeks and Gamers, I said this, they have value, even though they do fucking spam ever since they got involved with the quartering. Their spam has value in being a like long-term litmus test of like all the Hollywood infractions. Like, why are you against this? Why do you assume this is going to be the state of this movie? Whatever. It's like, well, like here's a good track record that they've covered of Hollywood or specific studios, whatever the case. You know, so there is a value, but ultimately it's just they're just throwing dildos at the wall to whatever sticks make money, and they'll keep
So they
hammering
it.
until they lose the money on that thing. Then they'll move to the next thing. So it's like, yeah, they're it's a mixed
whack-a-mole.
bag where it's like there's value, but it's mostly fucking just greedy spam, so it's like two things can be true at the same time. So it's like, but the rest of them, it's like, yeah, Critical Drinker, he's got some moments, but then like he's crying about Barbie because it's a way to pander. I see through this shit, That's why I love like EVS. Like, no, Barbie was fucking an amazing movie. It's great. It's like he's not going to win people over for the audience he's built by saying that. That just wins me over to him more. But anyway, let's dig into this. I have not seen any of this. I haven't seen Drinker's video or Eric's reaction. So this is I'll actually turn on my camera too, so you get my reaction.
I stopped doing like reactions back when I stopped doing reviews and focused on my own creative stuff. But when it comes to things that I'm excited about, and of course, this is a good friend, I have to do this. Let me give you guys some context here. Our man's Critical Drinker, he did a quick Kickstarter not too long ago. Incredibly
woke Kickstarter. Why wouldn't he go on Indiegogo?
Why didn't he have his own whe's huge
website? Yeah, why does he have his own website?
Eric, give me your webmaster, man. I mean, it don't have to be Eric July website, but who knows how much he paid for that. But I mean, no disrespect.
That would have been a big win too. Is if again, this is what I talked about like my super chat last night at EVS. It's like, what is this guy doing? Like when they asked about Yellow Flash, he's like, I'm not publishing Yellow Flash. It's not Rippaverse. I'm only doing Rippaverse stuff. It's just like, regardless of your dwindling sales, like you could be a diamond distributor for publisher for everyone's shit,
Yeah.
You could fucking take over the indie sphere in some way.
Literally. That would be like, real smart.
No, not unless
I get my comics, I buy my comics, I ship them to Rippa. He gives me an invoice on that, ships them out. His people are constantly working. But it's easier for me. It's easier to do it. The way I'm doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kickstarter. Huh? You got a Kickstarter. Well, Kickstarter really funds a lot of movies, to be honest.
No, Kickstarter's a good platform. Despite the misgivings with like the corporate top people and their meddling and icing out people. Mike Miller, Malin, etc. Just standard-wise, it's a good template. It's got notoriety. It's where McFarlane, DC's put like a Batman game through there. So it's like, there's probably the most eyes going here. And that's what Eric doesn't fucking understand about like the value of crowdfunding. Is like, if it wasn't worthwhile, why would Todd McFarlane, who makes toys for DC Comics, why would he get on Kickstarter? More people will see it, you idiot. Like, anyway,
successful for a short film that he's doing called Rogue Elements. Now, what this is, a lot of people don't know that Critical Drinker is a writer. He's done a bunch of novels. He's done under this his name, Will Jordan. He has the Ryan Drake sort of series.
Why don't people know,
if you will? And now,
why don't people know? Like, or does my Critical Drinker, alias is different than this? The channel is different than the book, or I'm an author. Like, why wouldn't he promote his book, or does he just want to keep it separate? Or that's just weird.
He's got what, like almost 2 million subs, I think.
Yeah.
YouTube Critical Drinker. He's got almost 2 million subs, and like I don't see like nothing.
Or maybe they do. I don't really follow his channel.
Yeah. Oh well.
He's crossing even more so into making these films himself. If you want to go watch some old streams that him and I have done, when I say old, I mean like they weren't that long ago. One of them that we did, and we talked about this, man. It's so inspiring, and I love to see people that are in our corner getting out there doing even more creative things. Well, today, a trailer was released for Rogue Elements. Let's check it out.
Bravo, I found a target. I count 5 guys inside that room.
Hold on, Alpha. Let me check the schematics and see if there's another entry point.
No time for that. Going loud.
See, I would have done that different. I would just have had the chick be like, to make it more concise, have been like, fuck, you know, like I'm low on ammo, whatever the case. Is this it? And it's like, yeah, it's your only way in or out. And it's like, oh, going in.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
like
the dialogue could be sharpened up. But that's what I was thinking. Like, what is his role on this? Did he do the screenwriting? Is he doing the directing and having someone doing the cinematography? What is he doing?
Bucks and Broadsword says Gary makes jokes about his past too, though, a lot.
Yeah.
No, it's fine, but like for other people to like unrelated be like, oh look, it's Nerdrotic on
I don't
a drug
think they-
bust. And it's like, what the come on?
they
Like these
know,
people are not friends. Given that Eric is always like crack smokers, crackheads. Like I don't think he likes any of these people. It's
Who do you think?
just
You don't think Eric likes any of these people?
No, I think it's just like a
I think he
needs
does
thing.
because they compliment him. I think he likes people that compliment him.
Well, I think he likes getting comments, but I don't think he likes them regardless. Where it's like, yeah, you should compliment me because you're just fucking crack smoking white people.
No, I think it's like this. Since they compliment him, they have to know what they're talking about, and they have to be creditable. Because the other people that don't like them aren't credible. They don't know what they're talking about. These guys know what they're talking about. So it's like in deep validation. But yeah, that's still not a friend. I get what you're saying.
No, I don't think they're friends really. I don't think he really likes them. It's just they have an overlapping audience and he can get more by being cool with them in public. That's my assumption. It's just speculation. It's just having long-term deep what do you call it? Analyzing all of his videos and stuff. And ISOM Rippaverse. This is just my read on
Do
him.
you think he likes his staff?
Mm,
Because if he's like, oh, these are just cornbread ass or white crack ass. But then he hires.
well,
like
like I don't think he likes someone like Andrew. I think, with his like hood sensibilities, whatever they actually are, his hood credentials, I think he probably reads Andrew as like a fucking yes man beta, but it's like I could put that to use. That's my assumption. Because like you just read Andrew's reactions and interactions, like this is such a fucking he really thinks he's something being a social media guy for Rippaverse, snark and shit. Like
Yeah.
Eric would bitch slap him in real life prior to Rippaverse engagement.
I don't know. I don't think Eric's that tough guy, that rah motherfucker.
I think he likes Sheep Obsidian because it's a black guy
Yeah.
who's in his corner. And
I think Sheep Obsidian's would be more of a threat than Eric, Quiet dudes like that are shy. You know what I mean?
Maybe. But yeah, Bucks and Broadsword, since you popped in, you remember, you have a chance to get the Cyberfrog issue 1 first printing from Harris Comics. So every member that comments in here, we got Nerdway, we got Karen, now we got you. So be sure to tweet this out, and everyone else become a member for your chance to get this today. Bucks and Broadsword, let me write your name down. I gotta look into like getting one of those generators to like plug people's names in or numbers to be like roll the wheel, who won?
Yeah,
I've seen that.
Bancroft had that when we gave away a shirt and he actually won it.
Wait, how did he win his own shirt?
I was fit because I don't know, he was in the chat as well, and they did the raffle and he won it. And it was funny, but I'm like, fuck, now I gotta ship this to fucking Australia, fuck the land of koalas and kangaroos.
He won your shirt?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying he did
he
it
had
for
me
his
on
thing.
on
I'm
a
like,
guest.
how the fuck did he win his own shit?
Well,
Why is his name in
it kind of is because like he's hosting it, So, but that was funny, like
okay.
on the launch party. which is
okay. Yeah, I need to figure out how to like coordinate that. That makes it
Yeah.
way better than doing a fucking pad and paper.
Did you just dox their name? What are you doing?
Yeah, Nerdway, Karen, and Bucks and Broadsword. Yeah, I doxed them.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What is this? Let me see this again. Car Flag Entertainment. Lame. And what the okay, Car Flag, and yet there's neither a flag nor a car. There's a film roll in a dog's mouth.
Yeah. On
Is
digital.
that the joke? Is like, the picture doesn't match the name.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't give me a vote of confidence because like you don't have any reputation yet, as far as I'm concerned. And then gradual upgrade productions. It's like, it'll get better eventually.
Dang.
Yes. This is gonna be.
Gradual
I might
upgrade.
have to actually watch this. This might be so bad.
That's horrible. That's like we're already setting the bar low. We're gonna gradually upgrade.
This is what they should rebrand
This
Rippaverse
sucks.
to.
Yeah, we're in the gradual upgrade process.
For you guys that know, I don't just sit there and you go watch my face when I do these reactions. That's not how I rock. So yes, I will be starting and stopping and pausing and all that good stuff.
Here we
This
go.
is what it's about.
Is it?
That's your first impression, what you just got. We're about 30 seconds or almost 30 seconds into this, and this is what we got. And this is something that I've been telling people that
Walking
have
through a
these.
door.
Walking through the door, and then
Yeah.
a lame ass production label, and then another even lamer ass Gradual Upgrades Productions. This is what I'm talking about, people.
Yeah, this is how we do it, man.
Oh my god, dude!
So it's like,
totally
hey, wait
lying.
on backup. The you rush in there. People are probably gonna die that are important. I'm going in. I'm going in loud, motherfucker. You know, it's not even witty or clever. It's crazy.
Yeah, what's up, streaming? He says, have you guys seen Sturgis antagonize Rippaverse? That will end well for him. I've seen a little bit. Yeah, I'm saying like he's a crackhead or whatever. He's tiny. DJ Gravix, Andrew's Caffeine Wolf, right? He's the co-host of High Council with World Class Vultures. He's insufferable. I love that clip from last year on Biggest Problem. I don't know where the stream was, but they asked the panel, and so Caffeine Wolf's the first one to answer. What's like your favorite part of ISOM? And he's like, "Oh, mine's like really subtle. It's the introduction of Michael Copper. I just really love that." And everyone's like, "Who?" Like Vito was like, "Wait, was that the name of the Taylor guy?" Which it wasn't, but like we're all lost, thinking, "Who the fuck's Michael Copper?" And it's like, "Oh, it's an unnamed villain at the bar." In that like middling scene
What the
with
hell?
Ronashi, where it's like it's like a little Easter egg for what will be Alpha Core's villains. It's just like you never even got the name. What are you talking about? I had to look up, and I found like fan art on DeviantArt to figure out who Michael Copper was at the time. What a fucking phony. My favorite part is the introduction of like, oh yeah, because he did something really cool. He talked at a bar. Oh my god. Like it's one thing if you're like, oh, my favorite part of Days of Future Past was Wolverine, because it's just a little cameo scene, but it's like so funny to like see him in this story, and then like, well, wait, no, it's first class when he's in the bar, he's like, fuck off. Like that's one thing. It's like who that is. They don't say who it is. So it's like,
Bro,
hey, what's up?
There's a scene here. It's gonna make you laugh.
Oh my god, I can't wait. Let me see.
Interrogation scene. Oh, Tony's here too. What's up, Tony?
Hey, it says warehouse is what it's all about, says TJ. Streaming says Critical James movie looks amazing. He was able to make a film that looks exactly like an episode of 24. What an achievement. And yes, the Geek Getaway is here. It says all caught up. Caught up on what? I don't know, but cool. Let's continue.
Yeah, there's a lot of folks because of this is a window of opportunity that we may never get again.
What?
And that is because the mainstream stuff, people are being turned off by it. People are now, normies especially, willing to lend their eyes and ears to other projects from independents that they otherwise would not have. However, it's something that you have to take advantage of. So take it serious. And I think that's what a lot of people that aspire to.
There's a bunch of dumb normies with open wallets that are there to be taken advantage
Indie
of.
film has always been around. They have festivals for it. Especially this is a short film. Like, what is it? Like 10 minutes, 5 minutes? Like how, that's...
I don't know. But say what you want about Captain Marvel and the directors, but those directors were indie people before they got picked up by Marvel to do Captain Marvel. So like, and that was like Marvel at their peak with the Avengers films, Thor Ragnarok, Black Panther. There's just the Guardians 2, like they're just hit after hit after hit, and they grab these indie people to make that. So Ryan Coogler, I think, was indie at that point for Black Panther. So
yeah, but he did Creed. That was fucking amazing, man.
I'm not a Rocky guy, so I can't comment good or bad.
It was good, man. It was a totally fresh take, and it made Rocky still look good. It wasn't like, oh yeah, Rocky was a fucking racist. It was good, man. I liked it.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know, but it's like just within Marvel's context, at their height before the floundering, I can already like undercut Eric's talking points. So if you got something that looks cool, it will more than likely pierce the veil against the upstream battle of major companies. So
to do their own films, do their own individual like creative projects, they slack on that aspect of just producing something that is undeniable. Put your resources into it. Take it as serious as you can. It does not mean that it has to be absolutely perfect. That's not what anybody is saying, but take it serious. And my first impression from this is Critical Drink is not playing around. Like, this is legit. Let's finish watching it.
Last year, one of your CIA Shepherd teams infiltrated a maximum security prison. Their target was an operative identified by the code name Maras.
They could have done it smooth. That's pretty cool.
All I want to know
here you go
is the name of the man who led this mission. I guess we're in for a long night.
Oh, so we're doing Casino Royale again. That's my impression. It's like, I just want to go watch Casino Royale.
Bro, hold on, Black Egg. You know what this is? This is Eric getting interrogated. And they say, I just want to know what the plot of Isom was. And look what his answer is going to be. Ready? Go ahead, press play.
Because I don't know shit.
You got to rewind that to get the full effect of it.
I don't know shit.
No, rewind it. Here you go.
Oh, man, this is sick, man.
What is the plot of Isom?
All I want to know
is the plot of
is
Isom.
the name of the man who led this mission. I guess we're in for a long night. Because I don't know shit.
Einstein's team was tasked with retrieving this.
Oh, we got a truck. A good truck is a good truck. Yes. Oh, I
3D asset.
Credit in the movie.
First 3D asset of the movie.
That would actually. Oh my god! I hope someone does a like live action parody of Isom, and then has like 3D asset truck.
Oh,
they just get like some sort of like
CGI
seat to then CGI the 3D asset truck the whole time.
Ivan Fedorov, an agency asset investigating a new radical separatist group in Estonia. We have just under 2 hours to figure out how to get inside that warehouse.
Warehouses.
Yeah.
Yes.
And get the fuck out in one piece.
Look around you, Frost. Does this look like headquarters to you? This looks and sounds like a bullshit rust job.
You were foolish enough to send spies into my country. And as you can see, they have failed miserably. Ryan Drake.
Hey, I'll say this: the camera work has a life to it. Compared to fucking, like Ahsoka. Ahsoka was so stale and boring. Like, it looks great because it's got hundreds of millions of dollars behind it. Good camera, beautiful set work, but like no life. On top of just fucking stale acting, it has none of the epicness of what Star Wars should have. That's just like the first thing that comes to mind thinking about like mainstream comparisons. You know, like Ant-Man sucked, Ant-Man 3 sucked, but I wasn't like aesthetically bored. Some of it was like ugly because I guess they rushed on CGI at the end, but you know, it had a life to it. It had an energy.
Well, they're holding. I don't want to say holding the camera, but they have it on a stabilizer, and that cameraman is more mobile rather than Ahsoka. The shots are like all, you know, or I shouldn't say all, but majority, from what I remember, are shot on, you know, just one frame, you know, on a tripod, one frame, you know, and which is they're in a set, so they're able to move around and play with the environment and give different angles and life and movement. That's why even when he was walking or getting ready to run out the door in the first scene, that camera's there, and it's you know, follows him.
Yeah,
Could be on the track, probably not.
Yeah, like right here where it's like, you know, you got the face close up, and then it cuts to this guy closing in with the gun high. It's like, okay, and then the girl gets tossed, and then like this close up on the face where you see over his shoulder in the background, you know.
And here's the thing too, it's the dude editing the trailer. Maybe there was better lines that he could have picked up and put him here or put in the trailer, but it, I don't know, like the lines don't seem too witty. They seem kind of.
They seem standard.
Yeah.
No, it's a mixed bag so far, but yeah, I definitely feel like there's an energy to this. So, giving props where I see it.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out, man! Shout out to Critical Drinker, bro.
Better hope this isn't a trap. Because if those assholes don't kill you, I will. The only people dying today are those fuckers.
That's a good shot.
All of them.
Dog, this is what it's about, man. This is what it's about. What? And I'm sorry if my mouse was like in the way. You guys can go watch that. I do encourage you guys to go out there and check that out. This is on his main page, the Critical Drinker, on YouTube. So if you just type in Critical Drinker Rogue Elements, you will see this. I'm stoked, man. I'm stoked, and I love that. And I repeat myself, but I absolutely love that. Like, he's taking this thing as serious as he possibly can, and it shows in the quality of what it is that he is producing.
It is.
We actually we linked up not too long ago, myself and Critical Drinker. You can go watch some of our recap stuff. He was with us over at MegaCon Orlando. He was at the Rippaverse booth, had a great line there. A lot of people stoked to see him. All around, just good dude, man. And to see, man, these creatives that are in our space out there giving it a shot. And just, this is obviously a success already, and it's going to be a success once it drops. I'm stoked, and dude, it's just love to see it, man. I cannot say enough. I want to see my friends win. You hear me say that a lot, and to see just how serious this man is taking this is just awesome. So big shout out to the Critical Drinker. Shout out Rogue Elements.
He seems so happy, which is fine. But it's like, all right, now tell me about ISOM. Like, what makes him tick?
Yeah.
And I don't know where it was. I think it was with Katie Thursday. We were watching the As clip on her channel of him like announcing his art book. And it's like, he seems so enthusiastic about this art book. Like, say what you want about Rippaverse and its quality and its shit. It was just such a like contrast between Eric seemed fully engaged, trying to like pitch this announcement. He's excited. It seems very genuine. Body language, and then like As just sitting here during this announcement, like looking off from the screen at something, fucking around the computer. He's like, yeah. It's like, you're supposed to be the hype man. You're the fluffer. You're the silverback.
So let's get contrast. I sent the link to a independent film, actual short film. It's called Bushwhacker Blues, just to see what indie guys are actually doing in the film world. And if you want to show that,
let me catch.
This is actually the complete. It's actually the whole movie, 11 minutes of it.
Yeah.
If you want to see. If
Yeah,
you're
no, we
interested.
will. Yeah, we'll look at that. Thank you. Caffeinated Wolf is on the High Council now. That show has aged worse than SNL. It's unfortunate because I got my start doing YouTube thanks to the bullshitters.
Oh, you know what? Let me get another link because I found it. He did a fan film with Batman and Punisher. And it was pretty good. I think that would be
better.
A better because the other one is a Western, which is cool, but I think this would
yeah, I love Westerns, man. I'm a big Man with No Name trilogy fan. I listen to the soundtrack a lot of that. I love my favorite of the three is For a Few Dollars More. I love that opening, really sets the tone where it's like you guys whistling and you like watch someone, then pow, it's like nah, 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 nah. It just makes you, it's such a weird song. It really sets the tone of like, this is not your grandpa's Westerns.
Yeah.
No, the film quality looks pretty good scrolling through this.
Let me get the Batman one.
Yeah, that'd be better.
I think it'd be better for the channel.
Focus.
Yeah.
Let me see.
But you can watch that on your own.
Watch it 2 times the speed. Came in late. Well, thank you, Geek Getaway, for your watch time. I appreciate it. Mr. Anafui says you are jealous because you are not black enough.
No black enough.
You got me. Yeah, Palcon. I didn't know it was still going until I stumbled across it last year. Script Doctor's on it a lot. It's good. It'd be good if it were just Jeff in script. Excuse me. Andrew is a yammering tool. If only Eric took it serious. Oh, that is good. Slevin Kolevra. Got it. I didn't trip over the VR. It says, now the whole world will know you scratched my nuts. Yeah, it's a good line from
How much were the books for charity?
Casino. How much are the books for charity? How much, Eric? Do you know the plot of Isom? Nurse, sir, I don't know shit. Then go climb up into the truck. We are going to my warehouse. Most generic kidnapping you ever seen. George Bonnie 90. Oh, we got another member in the chat.
That's right.
George Bonnie 90. All right. So that's up to 4 now. 4 members up in the races to get Cyber Frog Harris Comics issue 1 first printing by ABS. Elrafian says he loves it because he's not alone in the shitty creator department. I don't know. This might be a serviceable spy thriller. So I'll try to be fair. Streamings, if there are any women in that movie, they better be sewn up they can't stand without the help of a man, or it will be ruined by strong female characters.
Girl power.
Girls get it done. When I saw that hanger, it made me think of season 3 of The Boys.
Girls it
might be in season 2 actually.
Well, EVS was talking about it. He said that scene where that knife is about to go into that young lady's throat, and she's able to fight him off. Like, you got this, 200-pound man, with the power of gravity.
Yeah. Venice says, it's a trailer, all right, but nothing more, really. And, of course, Eric gets excited about it. It's generic. Any warehouse is mentioned. And
maybe that's what it is.
And there's a truck. We know
good
trucks are good trucks.
Wait a minute.
I don't know if I told you. I don't know if I told you. You read Isom 2 in Alpha Core? Okay.
Ooh.
Making sure. Well, it's funny, for all the things of like, this shit sucks. I gave credit, even though it's clunky dialogue, to you're getting a little window, a rare window into Isom's mind at all in that sequence of him going to Bloodroof's castle.
Oh yeah, everyone can fly. I got to drive a truck.
Yeah, he's like talking about like, fuck, man, like I got all these, and I was thinking like, actually, wait, no, like, not only
that was kind of funny. Not
only is it like dumb dialogue, a good truck's a good truck, like a bad take on a Ford commercial. I thought about it retroactively, especially with the inclusion of Horseman in this world now. Whatever
power, Isom and
wherever
Horseman
he fits
team
the
up.
timeline, we don't know yet, but I was, on retrospect, before Horseman was announced, I was like, actually, no, I got to take it back, Rookie. I can't even give him credit for that sequence because that would have been a great way to do Easter eggs, you know, because like I saw a John De La Rose clip with him and Eric talking about like, no, ISOM's good. It's, you know, got like Easter egg cameos like you'd expect in a Spider-Man comic. Like, oh, look, there's Doctor Strange. And it's like keys you in. There's more people in this world. I think that's arguable to say the least, but that would have been a great moment to actually like have him on the highway before he pulls off like dirt roads or whatever to see like a Batmobile for his universe like zip by, and he'd be like, damn man, like where do these guys get this cool shit? Like I'm out here in a fucking truck, you know. That'd been a cool Easter egg to see the horsemobile zip by, you know, and it's a missed opportunity.
Or just wanted posters for the Horseman.
That'd be cool, yeah. Slevin Colvera. Fuck, I did it. Slevin Kolevra. I guarantee if you did the Pepsi challenge and told Friday Night Tights this is a trailer for a new Disney show called Horse Girl, they would tear it apart. She horse. What's up, Toto Man 666? Wait, is that? No, that's I guess a Greek helmet or a fantasy helmet. It looks at first I thought it was
War Campaign helmet.
No, is it Dr. Fate? Is that the guy in Black Adam? I think it's Dr. Fate. Let me see. Black Adam, Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate. Yeah, it's Pierce Brosnan's character. All right, let me pull up this.
It's called 1986.
Yeah. No, it's funny, El Rufian. I joke about that. Or not only battering horseshoes, but he, you know, you think of like incorporating the animal into your aesthetics as a hero, and why Batman is so effective of a character because he's very demonic in his imagery. Bats have a long history being used for like demons in art with their wings and stuff. They're night creatures. Night is darkness, thus evil, you know, shadows. It's a great animal element to include with demons for religious iconography. And you think about what horses are. It's like horses are led by men into battle. They're skittish. People fall when they get scared and break their necks. Christopher Reeve's a great example. A horse took out Superman, you know. That's an iconic horse there, you know. And all the other iconic horses, the horse of General Lee, Stonewall, Alexander the Great, they're all ridden by great men. They only have a name because of the man that rode them. So it's just like horses are fucking lame an idea for a superhero if it's not the superhero who rides the horse, you know. Ghost Rider, the old one, rode a horse. No one cares about the fucking horse. So you could replace the horse. No one would care. The horses are stupid.
Only
they're
Lone
beasts
Ranger?
of burden.
Lone Ranger. Yeah.
Silver. Yeah, Hi-Yo Silver.
Yeah.
But Silver's only cool because Lone Ranger rides them. No one cares about. Let me read a Silver comic. No one wants that. It's just a bad idea.
So this is director Jim Campbell. He's out of the UK, and he pulls in some recognizable faces. You
know. I'll answer this and we'll get to this video. Someone Colevra says, as a person with military background, how did that trailer look from your experience, Angus? I mean, I didn't do like crazy cool guy shit, you know. Most of like the like infiltration stuff was just like exercises. Never really got to do any like door to door. Like I wanted to go Iraq. That would be, you think of like imagery like Black Hawk Down. Iraq would be more prone to have that kind of combat going door to door, or like American Sniper is probably the most apt example of like him overwatching guys going door to door, clearing houses. That would be comparable to like what this movie is. Never had to do cool shit like that. I was out in the open desert, rocky desert of Afghanistan, and we did like mobile missions. So we just exfil out of trucks, set a perimeter. So I didn't do cool guy shit like that. But you know, for seeing lots of military spy stuff, like it seems serviceable. I think mainly the camera's doing a lot of the work to make it more exciting. But it seems fine. All right, let's get into this.
should make it bigger.
Oh, sorry.
For that.
I like that. I like that intro.
Yeah. We'll compare the first 2 minutes.
All right, so aesthetically, music and this like this cool and smooth intro of like the cityscape.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
loving it.
world building. It's world building. You kind of get in the
Yeah, you're
tone
feeling like the grit, the darkness
Yeah.
of the city, slime feels kind of
and the camera
Coruscant-y.
cuts are giving you the pace. You know,
Yeah.
so and it's building up. You know,
And this is aesthetically working because it's Batman Punisher,
Mhm.
both nighttime in the city crime fighters. And they're really the
Yeah.
two closest heroes in comics. Batman, here's my thing. I don't know how you'll feel this, but I love the Punisher show. I love Bernthal and Daredevil and Punisher.
Oh yeah, that's
But
good.
I've figured out, especially reading about half of the Punisher Max series by Ennis, which I really like. But Punisher, it's very strange how Punisher really doesn't work long term compared to Batman is like an eternal figure. You can never run out of stuff to do with him. You can just keep recycling the same kind of stories and just like changing little elements. You're going to keep coming back because he's awesome aesthetically, but it's all rooted in why he's Batman versus Punisher. It's the believability, I think, is why he works and Punisher doesn't have a real life of his own. Because Batman is a stunted man-child emotionally. He's scarred at childhood by his parents' death in front of him. And this, even though he progresses, he inherits this wealth, he's stuck being a child in the alleys. And he's never going past it, you know, no matter what he does. And so he's really letting out this aggression that is understandable if he never overcomes it. Punisher already has an established life. It's married, has children. It's robbed from him because of the mob or whatever, whichever iteration you read, you know.
Both lost their family.
Yeah,
That's the
but
common
it's the
ground.
fact that Punisher has it happen as a man, fully grown man.
It's good perspective. Yeah, good insight.
And so, like, at some point, you got to move on, you know, but he is a deranged character. Now, crime fighting wise, I think Punisher works because he is like the full follow through of a Batman character of like at some point you're going to become Zack Snyder's Batman, just start killing people because like there's no fixing
with
this.
a gun.
You know, like so that and also it's like Batman is like the idealistic hero. However dark he is, it'll break every bone in your body, but he won't kill you. You know, he leaves the justice ultimately to the people in the system of law. He steps out of the law to only reinforce. He's got the Cincinnatus angle to him.
You know,
He's
that would be a funny comic book, right? And it's just a one shot. And it's a guy that got beat up by Batman and he has all these health problems. Yeah, he's alive, but he has all these health problems. He can't find work because his back's all messed up. He
barely gets by on
out
disability.
Yeah, he gets kicked out of, pain management. You know what I mean?
He becomes a junkie.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Thanks, Batman.
Funny.
Thanks, Batman. You should have just killed me, man. You just killed me, man.
That's a funny angle.
That would be a Rippaverse one shot for Horseman. It's just the Horseman is just you don't even see Horseman. It's just this guy that like
Survived Horseman.
yeah, and he just tells the story of how
That's
Horseman was
interesting.
creative and.
Yeah,
You know?
but you see what I mean? Like I really like Batman and Punisher. I'd say the appeal of Punisher versus Batman is that
Damn
Punisher
goods.
Punisher is the sense of like everyone feels it when they see some court case happen or some crime, and they're like, oh, if it wasn't for like, you know, corrupt bureaucrats within the law of judges, lawyers, whatever, you know, these greedy lawyers that do criminal defense make hundreds of thousands or millions defending criminals to get them off with technicalities. If only we could give real justice and like kill that guy. It's like it's emotionally pleasing to see the fantasy of Punisher dealing arguably full justice to criminals that would pay their way out of the system, that would serve them properly. That is the appeal, but it doesn't really like last long. It becomes very redundant. Versus Batman, again, is an eternal character because he can just be the crime fighter punching people, or he can be the money bags behind the Justice League, and he's the human representative with all these like mythic beings. He's like the grounding force, you know, and he's also like the brains ultimately to give you that weird outside perspective of how to win the case, you know, at hand. So that's really the dichotomy, because these two characters are so closely intertwined with like their mythos, like who they are.
But Punisher, he said Frank Castle's dead. Only thing that's left is the Punisher. You know,
which I like Ennis's angle that like who the Punisher is always inside of me, just seeing an excuse to be out. You know, Vietnam War was in that run, and
yeah.
Family's gone, so he kind of uses it as a crutch, arguably, and he's also like psychotic.
Trauma.
I do agree with like what I think Conway said. Like, no, he was never meant to be a hero. He's never someone to like model yourself after. Like, he is a problem.
It's more of a warning.
It's of law enforcement and military.
More of a warning. Like
cling to his image, you know, as like an example to live by. It's like I gotta agree with Conway about like, no, this wasn't meant to be like, you're not supposed to like.
Oh yeah, you can't be a vigilante like that, because sooner or later you're gonna kill someone that's innocent, and then what? You're a criminal yourself.
Well, not only that, but there's like the nuance of criminality that most criminals come from poverty, from shit situations. You know,
that's true.
Yeah, and so it's like
abuse, trauma,
like when I went to war, I didn't have the full picture, but like I never had this like jingoistic like racism angle of like, we're gonna kill them ragheads because 9/11 or whatever. You know, it was like, I just want to go to war. I don't care who it is. I just want to be my generation's, you know, warriors, you know.
Yeah.
The romanticized, you know, angle of war. I want to be a part of that.
But that comes within the training, because why else would you can't go out on the field and second guess, like, I don't know, this kid have trauma, the kid's freaking shooting at you, man. You got it.
Yeah, but even then I had the awareness of like, I don't blame these people for shooting at me.
Yeah.
We're invading their country.
Yeah.
That was my perception, even as a young man, without like any real in-depth like analysis. And I feel like that even more so. It's like the gang culture that preys upon fatherless children. It's the same thing.
Sounds like you're defending Eric July right there. You know Riley
to a degree.
The warehouse.
I mean, he's fatherless.
He's invading the warehouse.
Fatherless, you know. So like, you know, his effeminate persona that's been revealed. I mean, I'm going to laugh at it, especially when he like gives himself such like a grand presentation of like, I'm a model citizen. You should be like me. The fatherlessness, the single mother raising it comes through, you know. And I have the awareness of like the terrorists, most of them are recruited in the same kind of gang system that like Black America has to deal with. It's really
it's validation and protection.
Yeah,
for a child that you need that.
But it's even worse because you have religion tied to it, so it's even more investment societally for.
Well, you
people.
can even say that the religion is also tied into the gang culture, because like that is the religion. You know, your hood, your set, that is the religion. That's who protects you. your friends.
Yeah, but it's
you
kind
don't
of
pray, you call
amoebus
it, you know.
compared to like Islam. You have a text of like however you interpret it. This is like there's
Oh
something
yeah, I
hard
see what you're
bound
saying.
that is beyond earth versus like money.
Yeah, I see what you're
You're
saying.
dead.
Yeah.
What's it matter? You know. And so
Gotcha,
you get
gotcha.
like honor systems of some way, but it's still like it's amoebas compared to like the Quran backs Islamic terrorism. You know.
Yeah.
But no,
Let's go
I
to the
love having these
warehouse.
conversations. I hate when people dissuade. These are silly cartoon characters. Why are you talking so much
I mean,
about them? There's not
they
really
are what you
anything to
want
pull
them to
from.
be.
It's like
If you want them to be,
there's so
you
much
know.
philosophy to argue through the example of these characters and what we can pull from real life and back and forth with the characters in life. This is the value of entertainment and why it is important to like get it right, to not be disingenuous, to not push artificial agendas, race and whatever,
Mhm.
try to engineer opinions. It's like these characters are here. It's why Rorschach and Ozymandias are great, because they're satires of more realistic argument about the superhero templates. It's deconstructing Batman and Superman, etc. Of this is the value of these myths that we've made. Well, let's continue.
Yeah.
I was led to believe you were a serious man, Mr. Cobblepot.
Really quick. Like this camera angle.
Mhm.
I don't like how he fade out the music so quick.
Yeah. I just
would
noticed
have
that.
liked if he would have like had this angle or
Go right into
maybe
the
from
dialogue.
her, or that like both sides shot that they have of him, like him and his men taking their spots, him taking his seat, not being so rushed. Like it's a nice, cool intro, cool music. You want to like fade it out and like build a little bit of anticipation. This is why I'm a good like editor, if you will, a producer, whatever. It's like, I don't know, I think I have a good eye for like just tweaking things. It's like you got something good here. It just I think it could have been a little better if you.
But
did
it depends
like
on the shot. Like you can't edit what you didn't shoot.
Right. Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
But
it depends on the
what I'm
coverage.
saying, like with what I see, it's like,
Yeah.
that would have Captain Hindsight.
Yeah. Because you get back, you're like, you can't fix it in post,
Yeah. No, it's just these are things that will come to my mind if doing something like this.
Serious enough for you?
And the rest?
It's being loaded into a van even as we fucking speak.
So, we have deal, Mr. Cobblepot.
Who let this mental cunt in here?
Hated the symbol one. I know you hating this.
Wait, if I hated what?
If you hated like, hey, they should have had some different coverage. The fading out. I was like, you're probably hating this intro.
No, I'm just concerned we get a fucking copyright on the stream.
Oh no, I you won't get it copyright. I know the director.
Well, I meant because of the music. So
I think you got the music covered.
okay, all right.
So nervous that I can't lie. I can't see. I'm a real live wire. Psycho killer.
This is a private party. Ozzy, I'm hurt. I've known you since you were this high. Do you mind?
You go shites. Sorry. Help yourself.
Love that accent. Where'd you get this one, Oz?
Yeah, it's Cobblepot. That'd be kind of funny. That seems like it would be on code, Joker.
Sorry. Do I have white on my face?
Do you want me to kill him?
Baby, I haven't even decided how I'm going to kill you yet. So please, be quiet while Gotham's finest talk. Too slow! One more move and the clown gets it.
I like that. It's good. I like that.
It's like rugged with some comic book. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it's
good.
Batman Punisher fan film. Yeah.
It's a bit long in presenting it. You know, it's like you should have like, you know, sharpen this down a bit. But I'm liking it.
Did you fucking lead him here? Do you really think I'd come alone, little bird man? I know I'm bold, a little unpredictable, definitely fucking crazy. But come on.
I like this music. It's good upbeat.
It fits
yeah, I'm liking it. Let me see. Let me catch up the chat. Dark Synth Wave blends well with the darkness of Gotham and the dark characters in general. Batman Punisher comic drawn by J.R.
I love that.
John Romita Jr.
Yeah.
It was a classic back in the day.
JR.
Call it Damaged Goods.
Yeah, they're talking about the. Yeah, that's funny.
Horse broke Christopher Reeves, a Superman, and you say that horse are not scary. Well, I'm saying, my mentioning of that was like, if anything, either horses are service animals in various ways, or the other iconography you can think of, like, oh, there's a great horse. Yeah, the horse that fucking wrecked Superman. Thanks, horses. You know, like bats. Aside from like vampire bats and their creepy wings and their squeaks and stuff that scare people, their demon iconography, they're great pollinators. They are a huge use in the wild.
Bring science into it.
So even if Batman could have become Batman, not even to fight crime, but to just combat
Pollinate.
the
Just be rich and
decline of the
pollinate.
bee population. You know,
There you
he
go.
can be the world's greatest pollinator, if not the world's greatest detective. So there's this just a straight good for the world science angle Batman could have taken with being Batman. That'd actually be a funny alternate Earth Batman. You know, it's like, oh, you know, it's like me and Ricky just watched a Crisis on Two Earths or on Infinite Earths, whatever, with the Owlman. I love that movie, and he never saw the whole thing. I'm like, dude, I fucking love Owlman. And yeah, it'd be funny for like an alternate Earth where it's like, fuck up, you know, they come to this Earth and it's like, oh man, like if only there's Batman. It's like, we have a Batman. It's like, oh, take me to him, he could help. And it's like, oh, he's a fucking plant guy. Great. I think that's a problem with most of these like alternate Earths is like, oh, on this Earth there's Batman and he kills people, or you know, it's always just like more or less the same character just tweaked in some way. You know, like here's Superman, but he's part of a crime syndicate. It's like, all right, but is there a Superman that's just like a bodybuilder? You know, like secretly he's cheating this whole time, but he never knew he was a Kryptonian to begin with. So
that'd be funny.
You know, like, what is up, Nicholas McHugh? We got a fifth person here.
Yep.
Nick McHugh. Writing you down on the list. We got 5 members in the chat thus far for a raffle for Cyberfrog issue 1. So possibly you came in here unknowing it. And then we got Enrique Cabrera as well. Got to write you down, Enrique. This is why you want to re-up your memberships, at least at the $1 tier. So you can be entered every month, possibly multiple times. If you're in the chat, win yourself a comic or some little goodie. Enrique Cabrera. So be sure to tweet this out. Get some more eyes on it. Get people here in the chat as subs and members. Help the channel and help yourselves potentially. Yeah, Batman Fan Films is at 86. Batman and Punisher. Punisher can clean Gotham in one day.
Yeah.
Horses are bad people. Wait, I don't know how you're reading that. As in horses are bad, or horses are bad people, or horses are bad.
I need the comma. I need the comma.
We need to know if you're supposed to have a comma there. Yeah, you just hit those warehouse boxes, bud. You're fucked. Yeah. That's just like a little underwhelming because like I feel like he's trying to channel his own take within budget of like Snyder's warehouse fight, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah,
you know,
well, you got to have something for the stuntman to land on.
Yeah, well, yeah, sure, but like it's like it's cardboard boxes. Like, does that really fuck that guy up? Versus like Batman fucking yoinks a full crate into a guy's face. He's clearly dead. Like, or he throws that one dude's head into the ground, and his body bends a weird way. It's like, all right, you're definitely gonna have to see a physical therapist at least for that.
You really don't.
I like this right here. This character.
Yeah, more boxes.
I never noticed the boxes. Box gate. Boxes.
This is a little window into how me and Ricky will watch movies together. It's half the time it's stuff we've not seen either. You know, we're watching together, and we're talking over it. You know, he plays it with subtitles. I'm just fortunate to be able to pick up on everything regardless of us talking. And we'll have moments where we just pause. We're like, hey, you got to pause this, man. This is killing me. So I'm loving this. Like fuck, Owlman in Crisis. There's a bunch of like little references to other movies, and one of them that I didn't catch for it killed me today is Owlman shoots Wonder Woman before he's like, "Get off my plane, pow!" And it's like, "Oh my god, Air Force One!" I noticed the boxes, and then they double up on it, so I was like, oh, how can I not? He's well packaged. I think Eric July would like this.
Warehouse.
It's a lot of packaging referencing in here. You know, hey, you need that.
It's a comic book inside a warehouse. It's something
we need. We just need a drone to film this.
A drone. That would be amazing. Just yeah.
Oh my god! I wish Eric could do a fan film in his warehouse. Like if he would just own the joke of like, yeah, I do talk a lot about my warehouse. I am a proud business owner. It might be silly.
Multi-million-dollar company.
Yeah, it's like if he just like ate it up and like, yep, I'm the warehouse guy.
It would never happen though, man. That's what disappoints me. That's why I have resentments, man.
Oh, you boys have all the fun. Can I play?
Let her go.
Shoot him!
Shut up, sweetie. It's been a while, Bats. You're looking a little long in the tooth to be playing out.
I said, let her go.
We should have done this sooner. It's kind of lost its appeal putting down an old man. But hey-ho, trust you to leave it to me to pick up the slack. Oops. Oh, I wonder, Bats, if you'll ever be able to pull the...
It's done. Relax.
Yes.
This is my city. Take it easy, Bruce. What are you gonna do? Shoot me? You're just another punk with a gun. No.
Wait, I just realized this made me think of Marty McFly. How's no one meme fucking Eric as Marty McFly?
Chicken?
Yeah. It just came to my
Someone
head.
call me chicken?
God damn.
Especially when they're like, you're a chicken like your old man. What did you say about my old man?
Oh, Enrique doubled up on it. He says horses are bad people, period.
Oh, that clears it all up.
Flex Metallo is a Superman bodybuilder, right? I have no idea. I'm not a big DC guy, so I don't know. I just enjoy the movies mostly and some bad. I just got on accident. I just was perusing my comic store. They'll sell like collections of comic like floppies, and I found Chuck Dixon in the Batman section. It was Batman Gordon's Law. If you haven't read it, it's a 96, 97 miniseries. It's part of multiple miniseries at this era of Batman, which I need to dig into because it's like, wow, what a downgrade the Alpha Core is in quality, writing Chuck, it's like now my first taste of like prime Chuck Dixon DC writing. It's like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah,
All's drop off.
That's why when I reviewed it, I went in like just I'm in for a wild ride, and it was fun. Like I said, it was fun. I wasn't really overly thinking it. I just wanted to have fun. I just wanted to have fun with Chuck Dixon, damn it. That's it, I said warehouse accessories.
Damn it, my fucking mouse. What the hell's happening here? Sorry, I'm just trying to pull up my channel. There we go. Then go back to full screen. All right, this is good. I love when Punisher popped up. It's just like the shot illuminating his logo. It's like, fuck. That was cool. And it's cool to see him in like classic Punisher.
Both are classic, yeah.
This is good. Oh yeah, Batman with his blue. This is definitely like 70s, 80s Batman suit. I guess 90s too, but
yeah. So put him down.
I trust I'm not gonna find a knife on you.
I don't need no fucking knife.
Language, Batman, language.
Oh, what? Does he have a sequel?
I don't know.
Oh man!
But I think he didn't want to get into the who would actually win. You know,
I think Batman would win because I think what you have to do is make Punisher just a fucking brawler because he doesn't really get in the hand to hand for years. He's just gunning people down. So you make him the brawler that like has a lot of
Batman would have to choke him unconscious and then restrain
I think you
him.
need to make it where Batman, especially depending on how old this Batman's supposed to be, how long he's been running. Whether you do like the Dark Knight Returns angle of like he's old and so he's like more wizened in his how he's going to fight, but he is like a built guy with a history of doing this. It's kind of like a lion versus a tiger. Who wins? It's like probably a tiger 9 out of 10 times because the tiger has to actually do everything by itself. Lions are pack animals, so rarely are they taking down game by themselves. So you know, head to head, that's like the real defining factor on top of size.
Or a lion or a bear.
I think, bear or tiger, either way, a lion gets fucked. Unless like the lion just does the right, like aesthetics and, bowing up kind of stuff to like freak the bear out, maybe psych him out, Otherwise, a bear's just there's no match, especially like a lion. It's like sure, it's got teeth, it's got big paws, but in the day, the bear's got so much blubber on it to pad it, on top of its actual might. So that's my. I don't know if you ever watched. There used to be this animal show on Animal Planet Discovery, where it's like they would do these strange matchups where it's like this can happen in the wild.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, and so they would
computer graphics and stuff.
Yeah, they do computer graphics. They would study key factors of like weaponry, essentially bite force, all that, and then they would make like maybe they do an arm with claws, but they would always do like a head, and they'd steel pour whatever a head and mechanize it in some way. And then they would do some computer graphics for like, here's a scenario, here's what would happen. And it's like a bear would fucking destroy a gator because once you flip a gator, bear's just going to claw it open,
Yeah, soft belly. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about a meth gator?
Well, that's a totally different thing because meth gator's a humanoid. So.
Yeah. But does he have a soft belly or hard rock abs?
That's something I've been debating how to convey because when Meth Gator meths up, when he boosts taking a hit, it enhances his scaling.
So he goes from beer belly to rock hard abs.
He's not a beer belly to begin with, but he's enhanced when he hits meth. But the thing is, Meth Gator, at least introductory, it's a big thing I kind of have to retcon as I go later down the line of like defining it better. But Meth Gator is when he messes up, he's bulletproof. At least still like small arms fire. I'm not sure what gauge you want to go up to where it's like, okay, now he's fucked. But Meth Gator walks a fine line versus like Hulk or something where Hulk has like the duality. Meth Gator has to he's drug dependent on the special blend of meth that he's born from, but he can't like withdraw, but he can't do too much either. So he's walking a really fine line, staying straight. And so like the meth is an aid, if you will, but it leads into kind of a Hulk thing where it's like, if I Hulk out, I might like lose my mind though, so, but it goes both ways for him. So he's like even more restricted.
It's like Spawn, like he uses powers, but there's a consequence that comes with it.
Yeah. The counter drain. Yeah. So it's something I'm playing with. I'm trying to figure out how I want to play with it going forward long-term, but that's like the stakes for him. Mentally inside. Again, I thought spoiling thing. because I don't know. I'm working issue to issue. I'm focused on issue 1. I got ideas for issue 2 and forward, but like it's issue to issue how I'm writing, making it organic, somewhat, feeling what the audience gives me. If it's like, well, clearly they're going to hate if I do that. That'd be a pointless angle to go. But eventually I want to take them from effectively he's like a Herculean Captain America kind of power level with, some reptilian enhancements and, sci-fi, the meth is also an enhancement. But otherwise, he's fairly street level. He's not going to like fly, grow wings out of his back, nothing crazy like that. But at some point, that might be a factor because I want to take him into the supernatural realm, like Hellboy and Ghost Rider. If y'all like that, if the fans, if it
I hear what you're
resonates,
saying.
makes sense.
You got to go issue by issue because you're building it, and when you get to certain things, they're like, yeah, that's good for the story. That's good for the story. But if, like, oh, you're open to it, but you don't like.
Yeah. My example is Stranger Things. And I'm not like a diehard Stranger Things, but when it came out, I was part of the, like, everyone's hooked to their TV watching this show. Can't stop binging it. And it's funny because when season 2 came out, there was stuff with the writers where it's like, yeah, like justice for Barb. We never expected that. Like when we wrote the show season 1, it was just us writing what we wanted to. And luckily it worked out. People like it, but we didn't know people would be curious about Barb. And so now we have like fan feedback going forward. So it's like trying to manage that with what we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think there is shortcomings in commentary and rhetoric and like Comicsgate and stuff. It's like keep politics out, but then you get people like JDA where it's like, oh, well, yeah, it's good to like propagandize Christian stuff in entertainment. It's like, no, man, it goes both ways.
Yeah.
And then like keep politics out. Like I introduced Rookie to Dark Knight Returns, and it's like politics are so much at the forefront of the world of that
Ronald
story.
Reagan and all that. Yeah.
Ronald Reagan, Superman being a beyond nuclear option of the U.S. in foreign policy. And it's like, that's not really fair. Like, I don't think Superman could feel justified actually being a strong arm of the U.S. law internationally. Because, like, you get into like Captain America Civil War territory. It's about the subtext is all about sovereignty of nations. And it's like, if you're a super proud person, especially if you're like Spider-Man or Captain America, this kind of idealistic, objectivist character, how does nations' freedom to choose their defense and whatnot work with your ability?
Well, can you manipulate Superman?
Well, that's the other thing, truth, justice, the American way. And it's like sometimes America lies and is unjust. So
yeah. But does he say like in the spirit of America or actual America? Like,
Right. It's very nebulous, how you want to play that. And I think it's worth looking into that as like a story element. That makes him interesting. Superman's not interesting as a concept. He's a fucking child's imagination of like, I'm so strong, I can do anything, and well, you can't do that because I'll just blast you with my eyes and I'll super breath you and I can x-ray vision, so I'll see everything coming. It's a fucking child's character. And that's why he's like such a floundering character where it's like he's got the history that uplifts him as a top character, but like if he was just to pop up today, there might be this initial interest, but it's like, fuck, man, this character's so boring. It's really hard to write that character because he's too overpowered. If you take those things away, it's not Superman. So you're stuck. It's such a problem trying to write that, Justice League cartoons, they talk about that where it's like, man, it's really hard to write these stories when you have Superman on the roster. I think they do pretty good with that series in the DC cartoons of managing him on the roster. But yeah, ultimately, I think most of these battles is like, this is just fan service because he's on the team. He could just take everyone out. He could just pick them up, put them in space or close to it, make them like pass out, and then put them in jail. Like, there's no real competition for him, barring like magic and mind manipulation. Like hey, I got Lois, got a gun to her head. It's like, what does that matter? He can fly faster than the speed of sound. Like, that's what's frustrating at Superman for me. And
yeah.
But when you get Superman for all seasons, that's like thus far my favorite Superman story because it's like they humanized him. They really got to the core of him and stuff. And the whole American way thing is, I don't know if anyone's really played with that idea of like Winter Soldier for Captain America, where it's like
there's a with America, it's what America actually does, proven by facts, and the American dream. The dream is true, for some, and it's just I see Superman like I want to make sure that everyone has that American dream. So he goes against the corruption in America and in the world, and like he's all like he holds America accountable, but at the same time he protects America. But he ensures the American dream.
That's why I get a kick out of like people will meme Superman Red Sun is like this is evil Superman story. It's like, no, it's communist Superman. He's not evil.
Yeah,
he's a good guy. He's trying to do good stuff within the view that he's raised by.
The manipulation that or his thinking.
Yeah, and it's interesting seeing some people's takes and then actually ingesting. Or like I just watched the DC Superpowered 3-part series on HBO. I don't know if you've seen that, but you should definitely watch it if you're interested in comics, or if you're writing or attempting to write. I would say definitely dig into that because it's a good insight into like the overall history of DC. Yes, it's sanitized probably clearly in certain ways, but it's funny because like even if they're sanitizing it and spinning certain things, it's like, yeah, comics have kind of always been like a woke medium for the era they're in. They're always going left of center. You can argue how popular, how foundational certain aspects of that were, but it's like I had no idea. 2016, the UN made Wonder Woman an honorary representative for like women or some shit, and it's like, oh my god, like what a joke. The UN wasted time. I get there's a PR angle to like win people over with iconic imagery, but it's like the UN, this government body of international dealings, wasted their time to canonize a cartoon character instead of administering over like food crises over the world. Like they wasted, even if it was 10 minutes, they wasted 10 minutes that could have been to delegating resources to humanitarian crisis. Like, oh man, it's not really a PR win in my book. But this, it's like this is a factor of like the comics have always been kind of woke, like I don't know.
It's I would say they're more progressive, but they also have like areas to do it, like like Punisher isn't woke, and that could be read and celebrated and liked without any repercussion or without changing it or without, you know what I mean? So that's like my analogy is like this with hip hop, right? Like hip hop, yeah, there's the commercial stuff and the club stuff, but what pissed people off about hip hop is they never played the underground stuff on the radio. They would only play the shiny suits and stuff like that. So it's like that shit's whack. You like have a fair representation of it, but it's just, they're collecting payola and only playing what was good. And it seems like that's kind of like the same, in a way, the same model that you get now. It's like, we're only going to do woke instead of, do woke comics, but, have some other shit too. But
that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's where I've always been. It's like, I actually don't care if they have like trans, whatever, but I think it'd be fair to be like, well, maybe you should include in this trans character. Is this a mental illness? There's a big suicide rate with these people, with this demographic. Like if they were actually genuine in full representation addressing like the scope of the demographic, or if like, oh, black people, like, oh, it's like, make a character where it voices the author's opinion. It's like, I never felt I could be someone in a mask. I could be a hero because people like me aren't allowed to be, this like victimhood complex.
Yeah.
But if they paired that with like, well, a lot of people do commit crimes, and so people kind of like hate you stereotypically. There's a reason, if they actually full scope addressed like that would just be more endearing, but you can't because that's racist. It's like,
well,
my lack of honesty.
I was having a conversation with my editor, and he was talking about Superman going after manga or Trump supporters and all that, and he was like, well, Superman wouldn't do that. He would make sure that both parties are safe and try to find common ground to where they would both agree and be able to live with each other in peace, and or he would just stay out of it. He wouldn't like choose a side and these people are better than these people over politics, so it's like, and he's like, that's what's missing. Or if you make these people the villain, you gotta, there's never the side. It's always you're villainizing these people for political reasoning and choices,
1, 2, 3. So I'll make sure I got all these names. George Bonnie. I found a wheel of names generator, so I don't have to like BS. Like, how do I pick? Yeah, the reference to DC Comics history and Dark Knight Returns.
Are you gonna pick that right now or
no, not just right now, but probably once I end the stream, whenever that is. Yeah.
Cool.
Let me see. I feel like there was something. Let me check my DMs. I DM my other account stuff I want to cover.
Yeah.
Okay, let me show this. This is funny because we got a trigger Rippatard in my comments. Because again, I don't know if you've noticed this problem with Rippatards where it's like,
I notice all their problems.
well, I mean, there's a lot, but generalities,
Okay.
where it's like, you just say something where it's like, oh, we should all be speaking understanding a generalized statement. Like, I even specify why I was generalizing Eric months ago when I had my beef with him on Twitter of like, you're effectively a conservative. That's how you're going to get pigeonholed. It's kind of like how EVS talks about Doug Snaple, where it's like, it doesn't matter if you are Comicsgate. People, the outside people think you are, so
Perception.
you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's like, it doesn't matter what stupid identifier you're anarcho-capitalist libertarian who calls cops on people. You're effectively conservative.
Yeah.
And so me saying that generalization, he just like used it as an excuse to dissuade the whole argument. It's like, well, you can't even get my politics right. It's like, God.
Yeah.
So,
kind of like with Dick in the notes.
yeah.
Oh, he put a hand on. He said it's assault for this and that. When it was
well,
just,
I mean, it is.
So yeah.
Whether she would want to pursue that, but it's like he literally assaults her. Assault doesn't mean he beat her or bludgeoned her. It's like literally
By
putting
definition,
by definition, someone you touch someone, they can
stalking
claim
is a form of assault. It's just by legal definition.
I tweeted this. I said, Professor Haiti in. He says, if anything,
worse.
I know. He says, if anything, inspirations in ISOM and Rippaverse are based on heavy metal and opposite of hip hop culture, with crime and criminals being depicted as bad guys. Focus on the importance of family, hard work, self-reliance, and an upcoming character team is literally a heavy metal band fighting demons. And wait, they're fighting demons? I had no idea. I thought they were like. I thought Norfolk was going to be like some sort of like Green Lantern through musical manipulation.
Pussy heavy metal are they listening to? Heavy metal, like satanic, fucking anarchist, fucking.
Well, this guy probably only listens to like Demon Hunter, Christian metal, which is so fucking gay.
Professor's a moron.
Yeah, of course. But the second major title is about superhero police and something rather far from hip hop culture. If you haven't read the books, probably better not to talk about them or their influences or themes.
And he's so arrogant. He swears like he has a voice.
Well, because he's a simp.
Yeah, he's fucking moron.
Simping for. He's this pussy that asked DVS for a refund because he went against Rippa, which is like that's pussy shit. Like, all right, first off, I mean. I think I've dissuaded potential backers that are Rippatards to begin with, but I don't care if I have in the future some beef with another creator and you're like, well, you had beef with them. I want a refund. It's like, if it's after the window that the platform has for refunds, you're not getting it, bitch. Fuck you.
What a fucking soy. Fuck.
So I retweeted this with pictures of. I didn't realize I snagged the whole fucking thing. I thought I screenshot, but it's from Read Comics. online, and screenshot of Alpha
Alpha
Core. Sorry, I just had to make sure it wasn't any weird info. I accidentally doxed you on that screenshot. But I said 3 books in, we have 2 single black mothers. Focus on the importance of family. Words just mean whatever, I guess. And then Rippaverse Wiki, who is a Rippa Shill, says Altona did have a husband, but he died, and you have no proof the lady in Alfcore is a single mother. The dad could be at work. It's quite telling that you see a black woman with children and immediately think it's single. Oh, you know why? Because about 80% of current black mothers are indeed single mothers, whether it's live-in or you just a fucking aloof father.
Like
there's a real problem in the black community that reinforces the stereotype.
Yeah.
And yeah, Eric at the start of this world gives us a single mother, and also he was raised without a dad. So like it's like a stream of consciousness. This is why
it's a running
I
thing.
go to this meme.
Single moms are like heroes in the Rippaverse. They're seen as fucking unicorns.
It's just like if you put just a few layers of thought,
like fuck everything else. Save the single mom.
Ooh, Summer Swan, Winter Raven. Well, let me get to you real quick. Yeah, it's the fact of like all this chaos, and then anti-woke Rippa talks about race swap and has the black guy save the black people. Again, because Rippa's secretly racist. He's secretly one of these black collectivist leftists. He's telling on himself. It's everything, like I've actually tried to disagree with Father Hostage about all of his insight on Eric being a woke leftist. This was a big gay op, and it's like more and more we see. It's like, oh fuck, man, he's reading them. He's reading them Deadshot.
Hey, I went tin hat when I was talking about Agent Solo. I was like, they're feds.
Agent Solo,
not Agent Solo.
Oh, Generation Doc Solo, yeah, Generation Geek.
I mean, I'm just joking around, but it just seems like he has enough plausible relationship to this world, and
Well, it's funny because I joked about Glenn Beck because he, being a conservative commentator, there was that time September, Biden was meeting with Netanyahu of Israel, and being aloof as he is, being a senile old man, he randomly does the sign of the cross.
Yeah.
Now everyone else is saying, look how senile Joe Biden is. He thinks he's in church. Glenn Beck, of all things, he's like, how could Joe Biden do this? He made the Christian sign of the cross in front of a Jew. He was offended on behalf of the Jews, which is like, that's its own can of worms with conservative commentary. To volunteer to your audience this angle. And so I screenshot it and I joked, $1 for the Rippaverse is $1 for Israel. And then like 10 days later,
I remember that.
10 days later, the war pops off.
Yeah.
And then Eric's like, I'm not doing the same thing, but essentially I am Israel and my detractors are Palestine.
I can relate to it. I just know, we all go through this. Oh, that video with the Eric Mad World. Oh God, that's fucking beautiful.
Saw no wedding ring on that finger. Oh yeah, let me look at that. I didn't even think about that. Let me see if we see her hand. She's left hand is shown. No ring. There is no ring. I am going to reply that to this Rippatard. The left hand is shown of the black woman. No wedding ring.
That's how
single mother.
Isom loses his powers. He jumps over a broom.
Woke. Oh, yeah, that's an old slave tradition, right? Marriage tradition, jumping over.
Some people
broom.
still do it,
I think it's fine, but it's it's probably rooted in like African paganism.
Who knows? I don't know.
But yes, Summer Swan, I just wanted to say I took a pause when I saw you because you are added on the list to possibly win after the stream. Cyberfrog 1, by ABS from '96, Harris Comics. Just whoever wins, you'll have to contact me.
Is it coincidental that came out in '96, the same year Tupac died?
Are you saying EBS killed?
No, I'm
Tupac?
just saying if EBS
Cyberfrog killed Tupac. That would be crazy, actually, if he wrote some story of like in the '90s and like incidentally he's wherever Tupac. Where did Tupac die?
Las Vegas.
Okay, for whatever reason, you got right story where Cyberfrog's in Vegas.
No, what if this? Like, what if we change the lore? Like, Tupac is reading Cyberfrog instead of looking and seeing that the Crips were next to him and ended up shooting him. Like, that would be ridiculous. He just gets out of the Tyson fight. He's like, we're gonna go to club, whatever, the 662 or whatever, and just reading Cyberfrog, and they're just like, motherfucker, because that dude that he got the chain from, and then you just hear pop, 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 and now if he had his head on a swivel and not reading Cyberfrog, he would still be with us. So it's like that would make Malin happy, but
yeah, it's something you can play with. Maybe you can make your own lore where it's like not Cyberfrog, but
we should do a fake video on that. It'd just be like Cyberfrog. It's just like
have Father Hostage narrate it.
Yeah, on this day.
Unfortunately, Cyberfrog is responsible for the death
wasn't
of
told.
Tupac.
And then we just have fake evidence dockets that
they're clearly just like hand jammed by us non-artists.
Yeah.
See, here's some evidence. oh shit. Okay, you maintain the chat really quick if you don't mind. Chit chat with them. I gotta grab something from my other office.
You said the other office? What? Some people have offices. Some people have warehouses. Yeah, I think that'd be kind of funny. Tupac died reading Cyberfrog. And that'd be kind of weird, though. Yeah. And then that comic is now on eBay with Cyberfrog first printing with Tupac's blood on it. Well, let me see when, because I know he got shot in September, but he died later. When did Cyberfrog come out? What month did it come out? That's what I gotta go look up. Cyberfrog. Harris Comics. Let's see. Looking at the same one. February. Wow. It actually could have happened. Yeah. Looking forward to getting your comic. Yeah, Summer Swan, thank you. Waiting on it to just get shipped to the house. My birthday weekend, I'll be fulfilling campaign comics and all that. So check this out, man. Cyberfrog came out in February. Tupac was shot in September. It could happen.
I think not.
It could happen in the timeline, man. It could happen in the timeline. How, yeah, that'd be crazy. Or what if Cyberfrog was there to save Tupac? Or what if it was?
Well, does he have like a foresight?
Where's Tupac? I mean, Tupac. That's in Vegas. So Cyberfrog was in Philly or whatever.
Yeah, he's in Jersey, Philly area.
Oh shit! What if he has some connection to Will Smith out that way?
Big Willie style.
Big Willie style. What was Will Smith doing in '96? Was he doing Independence Day?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was.
That's a good movie.
I need to rewatch it. I haven't seen it in like more than a decade. I can't tell you.
Cyberfrog shot Tupac.
But yeah, okay. So what I got in the mail yesterday.
Tupac gave him a bad review, and Cyberfrog blew up.
I got Godfoe, Apollyon
nice.
20XX. I did not realize it was going to be like a full trade paperback side. I thought it was going to be a manga because he said manga, so I expected it to be a like manga sized book. But I'm like, shit, and it. I don't know if you backed it or if you got it yet, but like the cover, It's like matte, so it feels nice and it's got its own smoothness. It's not like the normal gloss cover. It has its own like kind of texture. I don't find this often, so I really I like feeling this book.
Nice.
For my bookmark right now, I have the Chibi stickers. Don't really care about Chibi stickers, but yeah, I'll find a use for it at some point. But the real important thing that I got in this is some Yaira Winter merch.
Yaira Winter.
Josh Adams made me a Yaira cover. He threw this in unprovoked. I didn't tell him to. Like, hey, can you do a Yaira parody or anything? I'm celebrating Yaira Winter, people. I'm actually going to frame this and put it somewhere in the office. Probably put it right here. So I'll have Yaira always looking over my shoulder.
Always looking.
Which is crazy. Crap. 1 second.
I don't know if I would want Yaira looking over my shoulder. Says Eric started a thread on Twitter for people to ask him about about him or the Rippaverse.
Sorry, what?
It says Eric started a thread on Twitter for people to ask him about the myths.
Yeah, I meant to
him.
cover that. We're gonna look at that. We're gonna do the DC Jurassic whatever that I saw. Like that sounds cool because I have a theory about DC.
He was working with the Vespis, luring people with his music. Rock shot too far.
He's working with Norfolka, and they took him out because he was getting all the credit.
Dang.
But yeah, I love this Yaira thing.
That's sad. I wanted more Tupac albums. I love some Tupac, man.
Also, I forgot for the $10 tier for drawing be this Thursday for $10 members. It's not going to be $10 in the chat at that point. It's like just be a member and I'll put your name in. So far we only got one person, so one person is going to win something, and it's about every 5 or 6 people, because I'm dropping about $40-$50 on this stuff generally for prizes. So I got Cyberfrog. This is an opened item I got on eBay. I didn't realize it's open, but everything's here. It's crisp. Cyberfrog figure from EVS. It's about $40-$50 value, I think, or more. What's crazy is looking at him, he's got these other little faces. Yeah.
Does that open and close? Like, can you open, take them out of the box, or is it once you
no?
open
It's just like a normal toy, and
okay,
they just kept one side intact. So
gotcha.
Yeah, but I never really analyzed. It's cool to have this in my hands to look at how small Cyberfrog's head is compared to like his shoulders. It makes him like conical, and it's just funny how like much of a personality this frog character like facially has, especially with his eyes, of course. But it's like little flat mouth. It's fun. I just
like
the more
Spider-Man
the more I
analyze,
I analyze Cyberfrog, the more I just love him.
It's like a Spider-Man with his eyes. You can get a motion even though he's wearing a mask.
Yeah, and then I've showed these, but I got a new one. So I got CGC graded X23 by Craig, Kyle and Yost.
Nice.
This is, what year is this? I don't know if it says the year. It says February. 2007. So I got that. Got a CG favorite. I don't think you can deny how good his art is, though. CG favorite. Mark Brooks. This is his Berserker cover. I love this cover.
That cover was good, dude.
Yeah, it's fucking... Mark Brooks does great fucking work. Say what you want about him being a soy boy. He does great work. It's a shame his personality doesn't match his art. But yeah, it's 9.8.
Sometimes. I've seen some where the artist pulled it and picked it apart, but that one looked cool.
Yeah, well, usually it's when he's got too many fucking characters on the cover, but
gotcha.
Just aesthetically, his art is great to me. I love like the strange gloss paint style he does.
Did you send these into CGC?
No, I got these off eBay, and then I got Spawn's Universe. This is the J. Scott Campbell cover. It's 9.6. So this is the start of the expanded universe of Spawn, current storylines. So those are a couple things on top of I've shown them before. I got a 12-inch Shock T from Star Wars Episode 3. Got the Batman McFarlane, like 12-inch figure. Essentially, it's a statue. And then got a Lego Batman car from 89 and 12-inch Phoenix from like 2008. So those are things you can choose from if you become a $10 member. If you win the raffle, again, help retweet this out, get more eyes on, get more members, help the channel, because I'm just breaking even or theoretically losing money because I'm paying shipping too. Whoever wins Thursday. But this is some stuff you can get back. So yeah, let me see the chat. Then we'll get on this DC thing. Yeah, I got all the names thus far. But yeah, the $1 membership gets you in today for the Cyberfrog comic. DC Jurassic movie.
Oh dang, it's a movie. I saw the art. I didn't know it was an actual movie.
Yeah, it sounds pretty cool.
My son will love that shit.
I haven't got to dig into it. It's cool because I've seen some people cry about like there's like a dinosaur Doctor Doom and a dinosaur Spider-Man. It's like, this is what comics are for, man. It's meant to be funny.
My kid loved that Spider-Man T-Rex, bro. Like, he loved it. And, you know, he's 5 years old. He's like, Dad, fucking Spider-Man T-Rex. Like, that blew his mind. Like, you know, I'm not like, no. We got to check the story to see if it's even, it's that's who it's for, you know, so.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because like I tell people like I was a big Star Wars kid and then Spider-Man came out and I didn't give a fuck to see Star Wars. My dad had to like force me to go see episode 2, which I'm glad he did. But like that's how much of a Spider-Man fan I became. It's like I don't care about anything because like superheroes have way more appeal than Star Wars because it's very simple. Very simple, just I want to be that. I want to have that suit. I want to do those powers. Star Wars has got like layers to appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Gunn producing DC Jurassic League film.
James Gunn?
Yeah, James Gunn.
Okay, cool.
DC, I assume it's James Gunn. DC Studios and Warner Brothers Animation are reportedly developing a currently untitled film based on the 2022 6-issue comic series, The Jurassic League, which I never even heard of. The story unfolds on a prehistoric version of Earth from an alternate reality where the characters of DC Comics are anthropomorphic dinosaurs. On this world, Superman is a Brachiosaurus, Batman is an Allosaurus, and Wonder Woman is a Triceratops. Daniel Warren Johnson and Juan Gedeon created the comic. The series was met with a positive response. Comparisons drawn to the likes of Primal and TMNT and its influences. James Gunn and Peter Safran will reportedly produce the feature, which likely won't be named Jurassic League to avoid brand confusion. Minions writer and Lego Batman movie producer Brian Lynch will write
Jurassic
the film.
League. That seems so cool.
Because of Jurassic Park, they got
Jurassic. Well, maybe what is
Jurassic
it?
World's
Jurassic,
got they got a new film coming out 2025.
Okay. Jurassic Justice League, or yeah, I don't know.
They'll probably say like Jurassic Primal or something like that, or Justice Primal, or they'll do something like that. So I can't comment about Minions, but I do like Gru and Despicable Me. But Lego Batman movie is pretty good. And so the producer from that is writing the film, which marks the second Warner Bros. Animation title for the new DC studios, the first being Gunn's own Creature Commando series debuting this year. Let me see if there's anything else I can find on this more beefy news.
Shit, I should go buy the trade of that, read it, and see what it's like, man.
See, Dark Horizons. That's the same. Okay, same website. Gizmodo. Don't know how reputable they are. Let me find the.
Go to JDA's site. How come he's not covering this?
But the reason it interests me. See, I'm trying to find the picture from the thumbnail so you can see it better.
You know what movie I wanted and
What's that?
or still want, but I will never get. I just know it won't happen. Is a Savage Dragon movie, live action movie, where he's like some guy in a green rubber suit, in this dark, gritty, rated R. You know,
Hmm.
Kind of like Hellboy kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't know much about. I know he's a cop in Chicago. It's about as
No,
much as I
because
know.
I really enjoyed the first couple of issues of it. I know it got crazy and he did crazy stuff now. But
That's
I just
fine.
remember.
I don't know. I hate when people get triggered about stuff where it's like, all right, compared to, for was it Eric Larson? He's one of he's one of the founding guys of Image, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very different for Tom Taylor, possibly given direction by corporate to do so, to make climate protester Superman versus Image Comics founding father Eric Larson, well, one of, with his own flagship character Savage Dragon to do like pro Biden stuff. There's a big difference to me where it's like I can still not like it, but I think it's very different where it's like, all right, this is probably way more genuine, even if he is, Trump derangement, whatever, it's organic. So I don't have a problem. It'd be nice if it was more even killed. Like 2012, they had Spawn covers of Romney wins, Obama wins.
Yeah,
which is like, I don't know why that's even necessary to do for a Spawn comic, which I know Spawn does address like political stuff somewhat, like I think Spawn Resurrection.
Yeah, but with the saying like that's what I'm talking about with it. Enrique saying Savage Dragon's like porn now. It's fucking weird,
Yeah.
But it was just this cop. It was gritty. I remember reading it, and that's what kind of made me. I remember seeing it. I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't have the comic code. Whatever. What can go on? And it was right there, and it was just cool. He beat the fuck out of this rat humanoid, and he was just a bloody pulp, and it was fucking badass, man. Like, we're off and running.
Wait, really quick, I'm catching with the chat. Didn't Red Sun show Superman can be manipulated? Like, Superman can clearly see what the U.S. is, but he still sides with the commies and gets dunked on by base Luthor. Sort of. I mean, I think that's a weird summary of that story. Superman essentially with the USSR convinces almost the whole world but like 2 countries to become communist. You don't really see the state of them because it's all about the race of trying to turn America commie or Luthor fighting the nuclear threat of Superman being a communist. But Superman will not influence America becoming communist. He, for whatever reason, has this integrity angle of like America will see the value of communism in turn. It's a good story because at the end he ends up, I think he's been manipulated by Brainiac ultimately for his own agendas, and they fight, and then Superman just like dips out, and it's like a circular story because, spoiler, Superman is actually the long distance spawn of Luthor, so it's like a time continuum loop. So it's a self-contained story.
We can that really quick by Riley.
Okay. Sure.
After you're done with
yeah, just put it in the chat and then I'll bring it up. But let's see, where was I? I think you should put politics into comics. Superhero allegories are only interesting with an allegory. Not necessarily.
I think if it doesn't get in the way of the story.
I think it just depends on what your angle is. What is the context? Like the Great War of Separation is just Easter egg in ISOM 2. And it's like that is its own like Civil War arc, literally a Civil War. Like I said, I'm from Oklahoma. We're a flyover state. All we have is Sooner football and the Thunder, for international interest at all. Unless you're like into Indian history, there's nothing to go to Oklahoma for. It's a flyover state. A lot of farmland, a lot of open prairie. It's flat. Not too much tree coverage unless you get to like the east towards Arkansas. But if Texas seceded and somehow didn't have Oklahoma join them, and thus essentially the old Confederacy states, more or less rekindling that separation, causing a domino effect. If Texas on its own was its own nation, now you're talking about like a third or half of the Mexico border is now touched by a foreign country. So this complicates our border dealings, whether it's open or closed. You would make Oklahoma and Arkansas and Louisiana and New Mexico, not just like borders with Mexico. Now they're bordering with 2 countries, and this would like boost the value of those states. You would have a huge influx of people, military bases, businesses would follow the military. There'd be such a domino effect with business and trade routes, etc., international dealings. This would put Oklahoma on the map internationally now, if they didn't join. So like that's like one factor of like the fact there's like no politics in this shit. The fact that you're spending billions, you assume, with this Justice League helicarrier thing in the sky for the Alpha Corps super police, and we only see them in Forest Park, but are they like covering the whole nation of Texas? How do the people feel about this organization? You know, like this is politics that is like ISOM would very much be helped with adding politics. This whole like conflating politics with being woke in a story is just retarded. That's again, I think some of the misgivings of Comicsgate with these generalizations, like keep politics out of stuff. It's like, no, politics are good. Just be like even-handed. Be like, look at both sides. You know, X-Men do that a lot. It's like, how do we deal with, you know, the human fear of mutants? It's very political. It's like everything with Claremont ends up like the big picture is political. So I get the Sentinels and stuff. See, I have a legitimate question. Are we stupid for even engaging with Rippatards? Fighting with them is pointless. They're either too bad faith or too stupid to understand any point made in an argument. Well, that's the value, because having these engagements long term, you'll get kind of like the Geeks and Gamers angle I was talking about, where it's like over time, you have all these various unrelated interactions as like a long form litmus test of who the Rippatards are across the board. So I think it has value. It's not that you're trying to convert them to like free themselves from the cult, from the arm hair, you know, the altar of arm hair. It's to kind of expose how retarded this insular group is. Brad, what the fuck? Eric has a debate with that egg-shaped Jody on YouTube. Eric straight up asked him, were you raised by a single mother? The guy was acting like a bitch though. So like Eric now, to be honest. Yeah. I mentioned that with LG. I'm like, yeah, man, like everything you are about with your YouTube and your links to essentially like pimping women out.
Which
is funny because he tried to conflate, LG tried to conflate me liking like furry porn to his fucking pimping women out with his links.
He's not a pimp. He don't pimp no women out. He's a fucking
attempted internet
DJ. You know, they're at a bar. They probably make him pay full price. You don't even get full. You don't even get drinks. He's a fucking loser. They pushes the button. The music comes out in increments of 2 minutes.
But yeah, says, I invoked that stream.
Candy to the main stage, please. Candy.
I'm like,
you know, any moron can do that.
Yeah, I invoked that stream. I'm like, yeah, you seem more like a Jody fan. You seem like someone to be on his side versus what Eric stands for. You know, being a Rippa fan to some extent should be a vote of confidence in the rhetoric Eric says, in my opinion. Like, you're funding a guy that promotes X, Y, and Z talking points about life.
At least Sturgis buys comics.
Yeah.
You know, like LG, like what, you know, he's in this sphere for what? You know?
Yeah, it's no problem. You put your dollar in, so you're on the list. We'll find out at the end of this if you've won, and I'll announce it on the community thing, so y'all can contact me on Twitter and get me your address, and I'll send it out to you. I sent out a couple posters. Again, if you want to support the channel fully, best way, get the most bang for your bucks. You have the Patreon, which I am bad about linking, but I got a Patreon. Or of course the posters. That's the best way to get the best bang for your buck most toward me. The fun meth getter. Again, I got a pot of about $2,000 thus far towards it, because I want to get about $5,000 to secure a good page amount from an artist before I make a campaign. I do have covers that aren't the. I might use the Red Knight cover poster as a cover. Might make that like the mass print cover for all time. Because it's just such a good piece. It really catches people's eyes. Like, fuck, that says a lot. But there's a fan art piece that on the stream here, the Angus, the Minotaur Angus logo, that's HK Stash. did amazing. He threw in a fan piece too, and I'm going to talk to him, make sure he's cool with it. But I have the. Yeah, 1 second. It's over here in my drawer. So, this is the Minotaur Angus piece that HK did. Let me sell it myself really quick. All right.
That's badass.
Yeah, I love it. I kind of want to get it recolored because the guy that colored it's an SJW bought me, I assume because I'm Comicscape. But this is the fan piece he did. I didn't ask him. He's just like, hey, I want to do an Escator piece. I kind of want to make this a cover. Because
make that a poster and then a cover. That looks badass.
I know, right? Like, if you don't know, like, I'm a big Razor Candy fan. She's the OnlyFans thought. That's her calendar. I got a Medusa piece of her as well. But she's like the main model I show for Shelby because that's like my favorite real life model. So you should be able to kind of tell her body is kind of like Razor Candy, but the main thing is her curly hair. Shelby is supposed to be mixed. Unfortunately, with the references I give people, I tell them she's a mixed person, but they always focus on the references and never make her look mixed. And the reason is not to be woke, even though I'm mixed. It's not a self-insert of any kind. I have no relation in life to what Shelby is, being a hooker. It's because Georgia historically was a indentured servant state made from England, but also it's a slave state. And so there's probably bound to be lots of mixed people in Georgia. I haven't really been to Georgia myself, but it's just like assumption based on the history. So I figured that'd be a great little subtle way to like encapsulate Georgia, aesthetically through a person, and incorporate, a black character without it being woke. But sorry, I lost my train of thought outside of that. What were you talking about, Richard?
Oh, I was gonna say, do you want to do this Riley thing? Because I got to get going pretty soon.
Yeah. Sorry. Did you send it in the chat?
Yeah. I put it in the private chat.
Okay.
It's him shopping for Matt Barr, and I like Matt too. I like Matt a lot. I love Riley. I love Matt. That's what I was saying. I don't know if you saw my tweet earlier about everyone getting along for 15 minutes.
Yeah, I don't. For what I see of Matt, I don't know anything about his campaigning or anything, but what I see of him on Twitter, I don't like him. He seems woke. Wait, I got a membership to The Biggest Problem? I'm a patron. I'm a veto file for $5. I'm not even at the $10 tier to get my name up there. So I don't know if you're joking or not, but if I got a membership rarely, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. I mean, Matt's been cool with me, man. Like as like a nobody, he has, was on there on the big show with Ethan. He would reach out, man, put me on Pre-Kings and talk about the comic, and it was cool, man. Learning all your degenerate kings on the street.
Oh shit, we gotta add Katie to the list. Gotta add you to the list. If you didn't know, Katie, I have Cyberfrog issue 1 from '96, first printing. It's just a standard copy, so I don't know if it's really worth, but for us CG people. So you're on the list for drawing at the end of the stream to get Cyberfrog #1. Harris Comics #1. What is it? I saw somewhere, I think Buxom or Summer Swan. Where did it go? And yeah, we'll get to that. What the hell's happening in my chat? No, I'm not going to dox anybody. I take the doxing thing very seriously, even though I don't have like lots of backers ever. Would never. I'm like a priest, like priests will go to jail before they rat you out from their confessions. That's how devoted they are. So that's how I take the knowledge of your backing. It would never, if they'd have to give a warrant for me to, if for whatever reason, for like Angus is the key to finding out this criminal's history or info.
Pastor
It's like,
Angus. That's what Katie said.
I guess I gotta go to jail, man. You're not getting it. You got a warrant?
I need a GoFundMe for a lawyer.
Well, no, I saw someone saying this is my kinks or something. I don't know. I don't know about that. I got gifted a membership. Awesome. I wonder who did that. I wish I could thank him. Because I fell asleep. I turned off the stream because I was just too tired. I read some Chuck Dixon and I'm like, I need some sleep. But yeah, let's look at this Riley
Quick 2-minute video.
How to have a lovely sleepover. Oh my god.
The crazy.
I love Riley. God, I love this guy.
If Riley ever picks on me, I'm just gonna like agree with him. Like he just so like he can't argue and hate you if you agree with him. He just
Art director Matt Barr thinks it's funny to call my friend Vito a pedophile. I'm about to. I'm gonna need to do something first. I'm gonna need to collect all the supplies necessary and put them in this backpack for him.
Out the troll.
We lure him in with these bags of candy. He won't be able to resist. Of course, I have to grab some bedding. We gotta make up the room that I'm gonna be keeping him in. He'll need something cute to wear when I'm done with him, and since I can't find a sailor costume, I'll get him this Spider-Man outfit. It's right up Matt's house.
Yeah, you should have got SpongeBob, honestly, for this bit.
Yeah. Hey, that ain't a good price, man. $12.
We need a Nerf gel blaster in case he puts up a struggle. Obviously, bicycle cables work a lot better than rope when it comes to tying down a grown man. He can't even chew through this. And of course, any this aggressive will require fully synthetic, high-mileage motor oil. And these. And in case the motor oil doesn't get the job done, I have experience using this one. You hear that, Matt? That's what you're going to sound like. When I'm done with you.
What the fuck?
Yes! 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 Oh my god.
Damn it.
That is great, Riley. Yes. Thank you for that, Richard.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Pastor Angus. That is me.
Riley's crazy, man. Fucking crazy.
Hey, I love it.
I said this. I said if I was Rippa and Riley was outside with a giant pair of fucking scissors, I'd just be like, hey, man, you want to get a pizza or something? Like, just calm down. Like, can we just talk, man? What's going on, man?
I know. It's like, I'm scared for my life. I had to call the cops.
Oh,
this
God,
this
man.
grotesquely fat bearded man with comically sized scissors.
That was
is
one of the
outside my
funniest
door.
things that Ripper said. He said, man, it didn't stop an unbathed man from showing up to my warehouse. I thought that was good, dude. That was
Well, it's
good.
funny because that Prius was paid for thanks to Az and Crazy Drinker. But yeah, I know you got to go. I'll probably keep going for a bit.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me on, man. We just been crossing streams, man. Like you've been on this stream, I'll be on that stream, and then I got sick, and but
yeah,
I think
BTM Reviews BTM Reviews is streaming with someone I saw, so I'm gonna have to check it out later.
Cool.
Trying to catch up on people. But yeah, Katie's going live tonight. She doesn't know what she's going to be.
Okay, I'll probably stop in for a little bit.
Possibly Sturgis.
But hey, Matt Barr's going on Trashcast tonight on EVS, so I'm,
Ooh,
that's what I'm saying. This is gonna be
just react to that, Katie. React to fucking Trashcast.
Maybe we just, if you do that, that's 2 for 1. I can hang out with Katie and the crew and react
still watch
to
that Trashcast.
She'll probably be in the room, like she's,
she's
her and Tony,
great.
man. They're what first class Hall of Fame detractors. We're like on
BTM Super Chat. So I gotta become a member of Rippa so I can start to deep dive in all of his ancient lore, finding little tidbits of like, what is this, Eric? You said this, and you're calling the cops like a statist.
Statist.
Yeah. But yeah, you said you're fulfilling next week. You're
March 8th. That's when the
March 8th. March 8th.
That's when the comic should be delivered. That's also my birthday. So yeah. That's a Thursday. No, wait. I'm sorry. That's a Friday. That's a Friday. And yeah, that birthday weekend, man, 9th and the 10th, man, we can get all them out. Get them all ready and have them dropped off at on Monday at the post office.
Awesome, man. I appreciate you on. Sorry I didn't find that clip. I'll probably find it in a minute after you're gone. The goalpost that very inspiring for you and me. Attracting.
We got to get it for next time, then, man. That's what. And it was just us shooting the breeze.
It was what's crazy fun about it. Thank you, Goalpost, for all you've done for detracting.
Oh, yeah.
It's only February.
Don't forget to step on one of my copies. I got to make sure I get that right and
send
it to the right person. Because they're like, hey, what? This asshole Embree stepped on this copy and sent it to me. So, yeah. So, all right, man. Thank you for having me on. And, man, I'll talk to you soon, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks. Good time. Thanks for showing that Punisher Batman.
Yeah, that's fun.
But yeah,
if you ever want I can. If he's still around, Jim Campbell's cool, man. He'll come on the show and talk about it. Talk about directing the film.
No, I definitely. Yeah, I'll have to get
he's a good dude, man.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna kick you. So don't delay anymore. Go take care of business. All right. So, oh yeah, I gotta find Rippa goalpost. Rippa. Oh my God! Rippaverse Wiki reply. He says, "Slowly a giant building crashing the surface. She could have lost it for all you know." So how easy, people that are married, how easy is it for your wedding ring to come off? Isn't it like a classic problem, like Doug Heffernan and King of Queens? You know, he's trying to like butter off his fucking wedding ring for some plot in the show. It's like a classic trope of like, oh, it's hard to get your ring off, or your ring shows that you have like that wear mark on your finger from years of devoted marriage. You know, it's not, no, wedding rings don't slip off of people's hands, especially if they're years into a marriage. They're probably fatter. Thus the ring is more secure to the body. It's just funny to see these retards trying to make excuses instead of just accepting like, okay, you got me. All right. So we go through goalposts, find this clip. Because it's just funny, we're about 2 months after this goalpost helping inspire me and Richard. Being great like Rippa dictates we are to be. I got some Horseman crap. BTM reviews, butter popcorn. No, not butter. Fuck, what is these guys' names? Yeah, burnt popcorn. That's what it is. Close. We're in January now. Let me find it. This is great. It's great retrospect. Here's a clip of Richard. It's a clip of us, though. I'm trying to find. Might be from late December. I know I'm close, though. I forgot he clipped me individually, too. Okay, it was December. All right. Let me pause this, rewind it, show y'all. Goalpost just does not stop. Read your shit, LOL. It's just for Fridays, Trashcast. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Should be cool to come on. Just need to go buy some sandwich stuff at Kroger. Buxom earlier said, learning about all your degenerate kinks this stream. I don't know if liking a beautiful woman in Harley Quinn cosplay is degenerate, but if so, you got me. You got me. But you're one to talk with your Buxom broadsword logo of Jane Mayfield, I think's her name. Savage Dragon is porn now, says Enrique. I think that's fine. I like seeing the weird kinks of Eric Larson. It's like, hey, representing us. Thank you. He did it to get a list of people to block. No, I would not. Oh, Eric. That's hilarious. Yeah, we'll look into that Eric list too. What it is what it is. Cosplay is kind of kinky, not gonna lie. For women, says Buxom, rings are a high status symbol, especially for the amount of money. We will not refuse to wear jewelry. I understand that. All right, let me share this. This is a little bit of history. This is about 3 months, going on 3 months old. So this is me and Richard. We're hanging out, just shooting the breeze. We're talking about Yaira. So he quotes, Rich says, I think Yaira is going to be woke because it seems there's going to be a lot of girl power. The Rippaverse is full of female tendencies.
It's like causes attraction, and I think Yaira's going to be woke though, because it just seems there's going to be a lot of girl power, But that's new. That's new. I mean, I should say that's not new. There's a the Rippaverse is full of female tendencies, so right at home, right at home.
See, he zooms in on me right there because he thinks it's a gotcha. Because I think he even retweeted. Yeah, he says, "Great observation. Guy on right was not in agreement and laughed." And then I reply, said that zoom in is me being wet at the apt observation of Richard. Yeah, so let me stop sharing. Let me go to my other account so I can look at Eric, so I can find this thread. All right, let's look up Eric July. Eric July. All right, let's find this detractor list. And if it's still up. Let me find it. I know he put out a thing like, I'm going to do a thing on Twitter for an hour. Ask me whatever. Twitter reaction. Fuck. He's actually tweeted a bit. So it's got to dive a bit to find this. Oh my God. Yesterday was the 23rd. All right. So where is this? If y'all have the link, let me know. Make it faster. Come the fuck on. It's not it. Wait, after. So he's bragging he sold 1,100 copies of the art book. Oh my God, where is this? It's taking me a while. Bear with me. 23rd. No, block by that person, can't see it. Son of a bitch. Okay, I found it. Let's bring this up. All right, so it says, just wrapped up some work, so let's have some fun for an hour or so. Let's do an Ask Me Anything Mythbusters edition. What myths about myself or the Rippaverse would you like me to address or clarify? Make the most of it, as I'm sure there will be referenced eternally. Dan Vass says, you don't like roads. That's funny. Some scientists try to claim buying the art of Joe won't raise your T levels, but since I bought it, I grew a third testicle, and the book is even in my hands. What's your take on the controversy? That's gay. How hard is it to keep the Twisted Twins from telling everything? Are you really Stan Lee? Fucking NDA shares this dumb fucking. Oh yeah, if you haven't seen this image, this is hilarious. So they're playing on the whole Gemini AI thing. So it says, show me a picture of Stan Lee, and it shows Eric. And they're like, ha ha ha. It's like, well, the whole controversy of this Gemini Google thing is that they are woke and making everything black. And so this is like, this joke is really on Eric as a DEI woke plug, calling himself Stan Lee. Someone says, at first I heard you were an employee of Geeks and Gamers, and after the Rippaverse blew up, I heard you own G&G and As. So does Chris Nova own the Rippaverse or what? That's dumb. Is the warehouse and everything else really such a big deal? I hear your haters toss it around a lot, especially your warehouse. They act as if it's the most expensive thing in the world. Might as well bust that myth up for the folks in the back. I already know what it is and ain't the case, but who retweeted this? So let me see the few quotes. There you go. Eric says warehouses are necessary for people like us that ship hundreds of thousands of individual items. Our warehouse pays for itself 1,000 times over. We could fund it even on months there are no active campaigns. Okay. Let's get a little warehouse info. Let's see what else we got. What is the biggest underrated challenge you've had to deal with when running the Rippaverse? Eric says, turning down lots of money. Everybody wanted a piece after we made $1 million after the first day. There were many deals worth lots of money that I simply rejected for the sake of keeping this independent. Well, that's nice. I'm not going to hate him for that. Are you sure you aren't fully funded by the Blaze? Oh, that's a good one. The myth is false. The Blaze has zero stake in the Rippaverse. The Rippaverse only investor is me. Allegedly. That one's interesting. Can you confirm tonight that Guatemalan hamsters? No. Are you black? That's just funny. That's actually pretty lame. Well, you know why? Because everyone that would have an interesting question is blocked. Oh, someone has this, I think, clip from what? Suit Yourself? It says, is this myth? If so, can you provide evidence? And it's showing that he's got 94% dead subscriber base. No one engaged that one. Uh-oh. It is weird that usually only gets about 20,000 views and he's got 508,000. But yeah, his number's been declining. He was at 509 last I saw before recent. You didn't make millions off your book. It says this myth is false. We've made several millions. Trying to find any that have like retweets, but yeah, again, this Ask Me Anything is actually pretty fucking lame because you've doctored it by blocking everyone, Eric, you idiot. Let me see the chat. So yeah, I thought I had something else to cover. Let me check my messages really quick. See if there was something I wanted to cover here. Didn't get to with Rich. I don't think so. Oh, here's this. I thought would be funny in regards to Eric, but I don't know if I'd have to, like, if there's maybe something better, let me know. It's funny, but it's like, all right, it's a bit too much. Awesome. All right, so let's do the wheel. Let's figure out who is the winner of the Cyberfrog comic. Again, I guess I'll give you 1 minute to throw $1 at the membership, put a comment in with the membership logo so I can add you to the list. Otherwise, we have 8 people that have engaged the chat today that are members for a chance to win. Where is it? Cyberfrog. Here we go. Cyberfrog number 1. Make sure I'm on camera properly. Cyberfrog number 1. First spine-shattering issue by EVS. Created, written, and drawn by him. I don't know if he did the letters or not. But this is a Harris Comics issue. First printing. It's the real deal. I opened it up, checked, made sure. So let's see. Let's give it another 30 seconds. Any people popping in, possibly. Yeah. Katie, if you're still here, when are you thinking of going live? Let me check your channel actually and see. Katie Did's channel. Let's see if she's already got it set up live. Upcoming, going live at 9. So we got hour and a half till she's live. I guess I'll be over there. All right, so let's share this wheel of names. All right, this is the all right, here's wait, make sure. Okay, there we go. All right, Nicholas McHugh, you are the winner this round of Cal member raffle. Make sure I indicate it. It's just funny because he's a backer on the campaign, which is in the description for the posters. If you're interested in supporting me, helping me get closer to making my comic Meth Gator, then head on over, check out posters. If not, if you just want to contribute, appreciate that, but not necessary. Again, that's where all the money I can generate from this channel goes towards, if not, channel related stuff, getting comics or whatever to cover. Soon we start covering. Yeah, congrats, Nick. Sorry, Summer Swan. Sorry you didn't win. But I'll probably do these as well as like the $10 level raffles for stuff. Depending on how much people engage membership wise, more I can do this. So we'll see what I can get. But yeah, it would be definitely lower than the $10 tier. But yeah, let me put the link in for gotta say hi to BTM. I think he's still live. All right. I put Katie's link here so you can go to her channel if you're not already subbed. Get ready for the stream at 9 p.m. EST. Where are we? Katie. There it is. All right. Live. There we go. Here is the link. Chris Bacon is a member. Hot diggity damn. Well, fuck. I feel bad. All right, let me know in the chat. Should I re-roll? Should I recreate the wheel with Chris Bacon since he hopped in for the raffle? Or should I let it stand at Nicholas McHugh? Let me know. I'll give y'all a minute to comment, to put in your vote, yay or nay. Re-roll the wheel. No. All right. Chris has already decided for y'all. So, hey, thanks for stepping up there, Chris. So, Nicholas Q, you won Cyber Frog. And I'll get that out to you next week since post office is closed tomorrow. I work the next 2 days, so I'll send it out Wednesday. But yeah, that's the link for Katie's stream. Be sure to click on it, have it saved. Head over to Katie's channel at 9 p.m. tonight EST. And me and Richard will probably be there as well. Detracting as normal on comics, zips, and drama drips. And thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for a good time. It's fun watching Punisher, Batman, having comic commentary. Putting a lot more time in reading stuff lately. So it's just a fun time for me right now. And thanks for joining. Talk to you Thursday, if not sooner. Again, I might be doing, I will be doing some Star Wars comic coverage, trying to blend the two facets of my channel. Being a OG fan of Menace channel, but not really covering Star Wars as of late, thanks to Eric and Comicsgate and Trashcast. So look forward to, I'll be covering Darth Maul from, let me show y'all. It's from it'll be Disney era. I might dip into Legends comics, Dark Horse and whatnot. Darth Maul. Marvel. Yeah, here we go. Let me present this. So this will be covering first. I'm not sure if I'll do issue by issue or if I'll do like kind of a synopsis of the entire run. It will be spoiler filled. Here's the thing. I really love this series. Darth Maul is my favorite guy in Star Wars. That's why I became a fan as a kid in '99. But I remember a lot of people complaining about Maul coming back in Clone Wars, and I'm just like, I love Maul. I'm glad they figured a way to bring him back. But reading this comic, say you want about woke Disney and Marvel, whatever, they really nailed Darth Maul, in my opinion, in this book series. But it also showed me the kind of Punisher limitation of Darth Maul. He is a guy that's very one-dimensional. He's got like one purpose. He's just hate-filled. He is like an avatar of like a pure Sith, aside from like Sidious, I guess, with like the political mechanizations. Maul really encapsulates the heart of the Sith and the kind of hubris. And I think this book really summarizes that. There's really no motivation outside of just the hate of the Sith. It's kind of disappointing. I wish like there's more. If it's just evil for like a Western Judeo-Christian perspective, I don't really see the point of being Sith, you know. Just, I don't know. It's my problem with Star Wars. Much as I love it, it feels contained in a Judeo-Christian box fetishizing Eastern philosophy. Doesn't seem to be a real balance. Lucas seems to think balance is the good guys winning, and I think that's really lame. But this book series is really cool, and I'm happy to start getting back into Star Wars comics. Yeah, this first cover, it's not letting me zoom it. There we go. This first cover here, it kills me. It's so amazing. And in retrospect, I didn't realize Cad Bane is in this as well as I think Aura Singh's her name, and some other weirdo bounty hunters or criminals. It gets in like Syndicate, so I'm assuming that's where the Solo movie kind of tries to tie them all into his dealings in the underworld. But yeah, hey, what's up, Sketchbook? You just missed it, Sketch. Did a raffle for 99-cent tier members of Cyberfrog. Nicholas McHugh won, and just letting you know, I'll be doing Darth Maul comics soon. So look forward to that, and I'll see you Thursday for sure, if not sooner, on stream to attract and hang out with you good people. And we'll have the $10 member raffle for whatever that person decides out of the goodies I got thus far to win. So get in before the end of the 29th, and you have that issue. Nice. Get in at the $10 membership before Thursday to be in the raffle for cool shit, including a couple CGC graded comics if that is what you wish to win. But yeah, thank you. Talk to you later.